Welcome to the Stronghold.
Okay, monthly one shots. Over. Okay. So currently you're all in the town of Luskin. How you got there? I'm not too sure. But you all met in, of course, where you meet everyone in the tavern. If you would like to introduce yourselves, whether you're all at the same table at the moment or you're at other sides of the bar, just give a bit of a background of where you are, how you maybe got there, and what you're doing.
Again, I get to start. Oh,
Rather,
right now. So you see before you a bird humanoid looking individual. Axe is probably more similar to a bit more of an albatross, kind of a bigger bird, seafaring bird, and just bigger, burlier, maybe than some of the other Arakas that you've seen, with a giant double-headed axe on the back, lightly armored, but other than that, few scars, but seems still kind of a bit young. Just drinking and sipping beer at the ale house. Might introduce you anything else in that, or is that
plenty?
That's good enough. Okay, cool. So that's Axe.
You see Sweet Boy, who is a Haragon, who resembles a rabbit, small in stature, probably around the same size as a halfling, and he just looks very sweet. He's got kind of anime eyes that kind of like twinkle when you look at him, but this hides his upbringing, where he was him and his 46 siblings
46.
grew up in a pretty mean household where if you wanted to eat or get anything done, you had to fight. And he was always the smallest and the youngest, and everyone was like, "Oh, our Sweet Boy doesn't need this. He's such a sweetie and everything." And it just kind of grew into this kind of rage inside him, where he just hated all these people calling him sweet all the time, and so he started slowly killing his siblings to the point where there was only a few left, and his parents cottoned on that was him, because all the time they thought, he looks so sweet, it can't be him. And then he apprenticed himself to a guild of assassins, and now has a slight serial murderous kind of streak, but likes to get paid for it at the same time. So he's pretty happy. But yeah, that's him, Sweet Boy.
And we see all of that just by looking into your
Yeah,
eyes a little
yeah.
bit. Okay.
All you see is a very sweet boy. So he's, as I said, anime eyes. It's like twinkling, and you're like, oh.
Sitting by a window looking out at the horizon, there's a heavily muscled Triton. He's got the blue skin and green hair of a Triton. He's looking out at the horizon with a smile on his face. Anyone who comes close, he gives them a big happy smile and says, "Isn't it a great day? I can see a storm on the horizon."
In the corner, you see Old Tort.
Chorus.
In the corner, you see Old Tort. He's sipping an ale, looking over a couple of books. He's wearing a Strixhaven scarf of the kind of a purpley colour. I think Quandrix is that colour.
Yep.
And sitting over reading some books, as if he is preparing for an assignment where he's making sure that he understands all the requirements of what he needs to do. So he's basically been sent on a fetch quest and is just double checking he's going to go get what he's been required to go get.
okay.
And walking through the door, what you see is a half-elf with a blonde hair that's been coiffed back and it's got a short back and sides on it, in all black, with a bow strung around him, literally like wiping the mud off his boots from being out in the wilderness for an extended period of time. And you see him lean outside the door, give you a little whistle and just coming and flying and leaning on his shoulder is a blood hawk, and he just walks straight in the door and climbs the bar and sits down at the bar and asks for one, and away we go.
Excellent. Do you believe that's everyone now? Okay, so it's your typical tavern. You're at the Cutlass Inn at the moment. It's not overly large. You got a couple other patrons sitting at the bar and a couple at the tables, humans. Looks like they are sailors having their evening drink. And you hear a loud bang when the door is opened abruptly, and you see a half-orc enter. He's tall, lanky, and quite awkward looking. Butler is notable for the single tusk that juts out from his lower jaw, and from the way his warty skin contrasts with his fine, neat clothing. He butts in, looks around the room, eyeballs a few of you, whoever's looking his way, and walks over to a table and sits down. And he says in a very loud, boisterous voice, "I need adventurers. Come sit, talk." He keeps looking around the room.
Jumps up and happily skips over to his table and sits down.
Tort doesn't move, but he yells back, "What kind of work you need?"
Paid work.
Axe needs paying. Axe will drink the rest of the drink and walk across and also join.
Okay.
Coins would be good. Tort packs up his things and puts them in his bag and heads on over. Carrying his drink over and sits down.
Louison just stares straight ahead towards the back of the bar, and you just see the Bloodhawk just turn its head around a little bit, and then just quickly nods, and then he gets up, swills the rest of his drink, and then goes and sits down at the table.
Sweet boy comes, stands up and walks over and goes, "Is there anyone that needs to be killed?"
I think there might be.
"Is there gold in it?"
Yes, gold.
"Oh, tell us more." I sit down.
My name, Alberic. Who I work for needs adventurers. Come with me and he'll pay you well.
Alberic, who are you working for?
Wolgar Windrune. Have you heard of him?
No. Who is he?
He runs a ship here. We need the adventurers. We've got a crew. We just need the adventurers.
Ship's captain. What's the name of the ship?
The ship is called the Soul of Winter.
Have any of us heard about the Soul Winter or this individual?
Probably not, unless you've been in the area for a while.
I flew in just the other day. That was a good one.
Now, with that, he stands up and it's like, this group will do. Come with me. And he makes his way out of the tavern.
Sweet boy jumps up and eagerly follows.
Excellent.
Blood's on behind him.
Chorus jumps up and looks at Axe and says, "Would you like to join the chorus?"
I beat a horn and no, I don't. Amble along behind everyone as we're heading towards, keeping an eye on people.
Louison is always the last person to get up from any table or anything like that, so he's literally the last person. And so as soon as the secret really go past, he's just like, "Well, now's my time," and away we go.
Nice. Okay. He walks a bit down the street into another very large-looking mansion that's just down the road. It's nicely looking over the docks area, and you see multiple ships from there. And he just enters this mansion and goes inside. He takes you inside to... Man, he's sitting by a fireplace. There's multiple chairs around. And he sees you enter. He stands up and he's like, gestures towards the chairs.
Won't be seeing anything. I'm hearing lots of clicking.
Clicking?
No, I'm just making sure you're not.
No. I'm just moving stuff around my sheets. I don't have pictures for this, sorry. So yeah, please take a seat.
Axe kind of gives a flop of the arms, and if there's a particularly sturdy looking kind of couch, she'll sit down, but not like the standard sit that you see. It's more like a bird sit, so it's kind of like claws and talons into the back, and then kind of like arms together, but still looking around.
Yep.
It's half sit kind of thing.
Jort looks for a chair that's wide enough for him, so probably looking for like a lounge.
There's more of a lounge there, yep. Lounge and couches around, yep. There's cushions on the floor.
Sweetwater just plumps himself down eagerly.
Chorus takes a sip.
And Lillison will stand by the door with the bird still on his shoulder.
Me?
Other bird.
Hey, but
Oh, okay, your bird.
Albrecht just looks you up and down and he just stands on the other side of the door. He doesn't seem too phased about it. I'm glad you're all here. I have a bit of a mission. I don't believe any of you are locals. I don't think I've seen you about here at this port. Are you from around here or
Here for study.
study? Okay.
Axe does not know where he is from, but Axe will find the way.
Chorus has been everywhere, travelled all the seas.
I'm just travelling for work.
Work.
I mainly just stick to the woods. You know, like to hunt the prey in the in and amongst the trees.
I see. Well, that's good. That's good. It's a bit of a vital importance. This information doesn't get out in the streets. It's a bit of a time sort of issue here. But a ship has been spotted. One that has gone missing a while back. It's got some very important information on it that I require, and gold as well. This ship has a magic box. It contains a lot of deeds that I need and require. And I offer you 10% of their value. That's 10,000 gold pieces to recover these.
Each?
That's total.
Okay.
And he takes out of his pocket, brings a bag of gold that's next to him. He's 200 gold pieces upfront payment. The ship is ready to go immediately.
Each?
No.
So that makes 2,000 for each of us in total, and that would be about 40 up front.
That sounds fair. And anything else you find on the ship other than the chest is yours.
Any rules about finding things, or I want to make sure I understand the terms and conditions of what we're signing up to here.
As in, which things would you think you'd find?
If I find anything that is valuable for my studies, does that get deducted from this reward? Or
Not at all. No, that is yours. Anything else that you find is yours. Just that chest I need. That's the main thing.
So you said this ship went missing. How long ago did it go missing?
I did have that information here. The Emperor, it is called. It's been missing for a few months now.
And you're only just now getting around to trying to find this ship of yours.
It's not my ship. It was someone else's. But they were carrying cargo for myself. It has now been spotted.
Was it spot?
There's about a half a day's sail from this port. my captain that I've hired does know the direction. I have a crew, dwarves, ready to go.
Dwarves.
Sturdy dwarves. There's 30 of them in total. They'll make sure you get to the destination that you require.
So, which ship is this that we'll be traveling on?
The Soul of Winter. It is
And you know-
docked.
And you know this captain well?
Yes, I've used him on multiple occasions.
Who's the captain?
Alarak. Captain Alarak.
What did you say was in this box that is so important to you?
Ledgers. And deeds of places.
Was there anything else?
Some
on the
gold,
ship?
yes. On the ship itself, no, not to my knowledge, but I'm sure they were transporting other cargo as well. I was not privy to that information.
Any dangerous goods?
Not to my knowledge. No.
Why do you think he did
Insight
this?
check.
Insight check. And give us a roll.
Sure.
Is that why you're asking insight as well? Same thing, I'm thinking.
He's looking for his clan.
You do believe he is telling the truth from what you can tell? He doesn't seem to be hiding anything.
Do you know of the Sky Hunters?
Sky Hunters. I can't say I've heard of them before. No, I'm sorry.
Why do you think this ship went missing?
Do not know, unfortunately. We do not have that information. If you can find that out, we greatly appreciate it. The captain on the ship was quite well known. Do not know what happened to them.
What's the captain? Axe would like to know what the captain's name is. Of course. Quite well known.
You have to bring up a name generator for you.
Tim O'Leary.
Basileg.
I've got nothing else. Axe is bored of talk.
Hmm.
Axe is ready for action.
If you are ready, Albrecht will take you to the location of the ship.
Lead the way, Albrecht.
Excellent. Okay, he opens the door and heads on down to the docks.
Big boy just jumps up.
Let's go. Let's go. So you go up first?
Yep.
Axe looks at Sweet Boy and licks his lips a little bit. like a hair in there.
Oh, I was gonna say, you can go either way there. I don't know.
like a small little rabbit. From the eyes of the predator.
Sounds like this could be a fantastic chance to experiment with some more magic, or just a nice way to earn some coin.
Okay. Takes you all the way up to the very dock that has the Soul of Winter in front of you. He points at the ship. That's the one. And turns around and starts walking back.
Thanks for the help.
What do you do?
No introduction? Like, they're waiting for us?
He's walking away.
Is
He's
it getting
ignoring it.
planked down?
Yes.
Okay. I just bound on. Just jump. And then I go, "Hi, I'm Sweet Boy. Where's the captain?"
About 10 dwarves just lock eyes with you and just looking at you like, what? And the captain comes towards you.
Axe flaps his wings and doesn't bother with the gangplank.
Just
Flies up and lands in the kind of, I suppose, there's a crow's nest or something there. Is the whole saying.
Yep, that there is. There is a dwarf in there. Can I help you there?
Axe is here now.
Okay. He sort of looks down and over and sees other people arriving. The captain walks up to you and he's like,
I fly down to sweet boy.
where were we?
Towards walk up the gangplank as well.
Welcome. This is the Soul of Winter. This is my ship. Can I assist you all in some way?
Hi. Waldrick has sent us. Apparently you're going to be taking us on a mission.
Ah, yes. We've been waiting for hours. It's about time he got the adventurers he was looking for. Well, we'll get underway then, unless you need anything. He has actually purchased your supplies for you. They are down in the hold. Please head there straight away. Your rooms are next door to the hold. I'll have one of my men show you the way. Please stay there for the trip. We shouldn't be there too long. From what we've been told, it should be half a day's journey. Okay. If you head down, we'll get underway.
On the way down, I'm going to check out the hold and see what they might have in there.
How big is the ship?
Pretty big sail ship. Actually got a picture, I think. Roll 20.
As we're walking down, just out of habit, Gort touches his own shoulder and he just starts to glow a little bit with the glow of guidance. Just casting guidance on myself, just in case. I do prefer how it's turned into a reaction in the playtest.
Reaction, is it?
It's an action now.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's turned into one D&D. It's like it's a reaction.
It's a reaction, but they need to balance, I reckon.
I mean, they changed the 20 automatic save to a skill checks and saving throws only.
Oh, interesting.
Well, because then there was all this stuff about you could seduce a dragon just by rolling a 20.
Yeah.
And be like, and then you're like, I walk up to a bartender and I ask him if I could buy the whole bar for $1. Roll a perception check. Roll a check.
Yeah. Rule of cool, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Nat 20. He agrees. You now own a bar.
Mm.
You
Unfortunately, no
monkey
pizza.
paw that kind of thing.
Sorry.
You could monkey paw that kind of thing.
Oh, sorry, how big is the boat?
Yeah,
How
unfortunately, I
big
didn't
is
have the
the
picture, but it's pretty big. It's got 4 main sails. Pretty
Okay.
robust. It fits. It's got 30 crew to run it, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All dwarves?
All dwarves. Heading to the hold. Having a look in there first.
Yep.
The dwarf that was showing you the way shows you the hold and the rooms where you'll be sleeping. There's 5 hammocks set up for you all. Whether you all use hammocks, I'm not too sure, but in the hold, it shows you where your supplies are. In that area, you've got studded leather armor, 2 light crossbows with 20 bolts each, 50 coils of rope, 2 grappling hooks, 12 torches, 2 healers kits, 6 vials of antitoxin, 2 potions of healing, 2 sacks of carrying treasure for out of the ship.
So how many antitoxin was it?
6. I'll put that list into Discord, so you all got to know what it is. Don't have to put any inventories. Voyage on the Soul of Winter. You do feel the ship start to move, and it feels like it's underway. Monthly one shot, there we are. Down a bit.
Cool. Looks like you cut off a little there. Starts with a H and then 20 volts each.
Ah, it's annoying. Where was you like crossbows? There we go. And the studded leather armor. Yeah.
No axes.
No axes.
Axe.
Okay.
Axe.
But you've had a look at the hold. Is there anything else you want to do?
Oh, sorry, did you throw the ship up on Discord?
Mm.
Is that what you said? Yeah. I'm good. I'm gonna settle down maybe into the bottom or go up into the crow's nest and just perch like a bird would.
Chill out.
Chill out.
I think Altort is having a look at the crossbows. They might pick up a light crossbow just in case.
Take the crossbow. No issue with that.
Sweet boy looks around and goes, just getting a little walk. And I'll just slink away.
Okay. Into the darkness. Macca doing anything?
Lucid's going to go back out onto the deck and up towards the front of the boat and just stand at the front of the boat, and his Bloodhawk is just going to, walk around on like the front of the boat, the wood and all that kind of thing. Get accustomed to being on water, which is a little bit different for him, considering he's more of a hunt in the forest and the woods kind of guy.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Fair bit of difference.
The sweet boy.
We'll see.
Axe might just follow you if you rock up on decks, just with the eyes of an
If
eagle.
you see me, what's your passive perception?
17.
I don't.
Are you rolling?
No. I'm not up deck yet. I got plus 13 for
Just-
my stealth. So.
Just keeping an eye out. I'm not saying anything's happening yet.
I'm just going to slink around the how many decks are there? Just
You got 3 decks, I believe.
and we're on the bottom one.
Yes. You got the hold and your quarters, the crew's quarters above that.
I'm going to have a look around. But, do I find anything in the second deck?
One in particular, sleeping dwarves.
Okay. Stealthily look around.
Yep.
Do I have an idea where the captain's room might be?
Yep, on the main deck.
Do that for now.
Okay. Alright, so basically the night goes uneventful. I'm assuming some of you slept, some of you didn't. Morning comes around.
You don't exactly see where Altort sleeps. He disappears for the night, but he reappears for the morning.
I was up in the crow's nest, so I probably was downstairs. You were in the main cabin. That's good to know.
But you don't actually see him overnight.
Yeah.
Like, his bed looks empty.
Oh, I didn't realize, but so I'm using Sirenscape, but this one's actually got everything in here. It's actually got the introduction, the task, and everything. It's all in audio.
No.
That's actually really cool. I didn't notice it.
What's that on?
Sirenscape. Okay, so mornings come around. Was anything happening through the night that I should know about? Or
Sweet boy came up on deck at some point and just followed stealthily some of the doors around. Maybe just came up to them and
Scared them.
the shit.
Okay. Cool.
Axe did nothing.
Nothing really happens from that, so at least you didn't kill any of them, I suppose. Yet. Okay, so. That's good. Okay. So, you hear someone from the crow's nest yell, "Ship ahoy!" And do see this getting closer and closer. Send you a picture. Roll 20.
Ooh.
Okay, the soul
Bloody cruise ship.
comes in sight of the looming, shattered hull of the derelict Empire of the Waves. Captain brings the ship within 500 feet of the derelict along its starboard side, close enough to make out the major external features. Its masts have been shorn off, but the upper deck appears to be clear of debris, as if whatever hit the ship was strong enough to carry off the masts, the sails, and the rigging. Its figurehead, once a majestic angel in flight, has been hacked and disfigured.
Comparatively, is it the same size as the boat?
Yes. Yeah, similar size.
So you said 500 feet away, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to cast Beast Sense, and that means that I can then touch my Bloodhawk, and I can see through her eyes and hear what she hears. So I'm going to send her to the ship 500 feet away.
Okay, excellent. Just onto the upper deck. So, from what you can see, the Emperor's upper decks float gently down towards the ship's port side. The forecastle and quarterdeck are empty, and short wooden stumps are all that remain of the ship's masts. The double doors leading to the cabins fore and aft appear intact, as does the metal grate in the deck that offers access to the lower decks. Aside from the rhythmic creak of the ship's badly weathered timbers, all seems quiet. That was very good timing. Yes. That's basically what you see on the deck. You do not see anything else.
So
Other
no people, no other movement. It's just literally like damaged wood and everything like that. But all the metallic elements, they're all still untouched, basically.
Correct.
That's a little bit weird. If a ship was going to be completely discarded like that, you'd expect the metal elements to also be.
Captain,
Are you relaying this detail to us, or are we just getting the 500 feet away?
Yeah. So during these scenes, I can't actually respond to any of you. So I'll call my Bloodhawk back since I've had a look around, and then I'll relay that to everybody and say, yeah, it's a little bit weird the fact that only the wood's been touched. The metal seems fine.
Is it just drifting?
Just drifting,
ask the captain if he can get us a bit closer.
The captain's on the main deck and he's got his periscope out looking at the ship. It's like, no. I do not think that would be a good idea at this stage. We don't know what's happened to the ship. I'd rather keep our distance. But my sailors are preparing a tugboat to take you across. A rowboat. I can tell from looking at it, it has suffered heavy damage across its upper decks. It lists noticeably to the port side as well, so the ballast has shifted, probably flooded underneath. You'll need to take care over there.
We will, Captain.
Max has gotten any of the healing potions and the antitoxins as well. It's throwing into a bag. Just to state that for later on.
Excellent. So, yes, do be quick. I do not believe it's going to stay afloat for very long. You got days. You got days, but yes, not long.
Shit between.
Okay. Getting into the rowboat?
Yep.
Everyone going across?
Axe won't get in. Axe will fly
Yeah, fly over. Yep.
the rowboat, but we'll be with the rowboat as the rowboat's going across.
Okay.
Tort's going to try and be either at the front or the back of the rowboat, just in case, so to not get like too squishy.
Yep.
Sweet boy is right on the bow of the rowboat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chorus just hanging on the
Anyway, I'm sitting at the stern with my Bloodhawk on my shoulder again, just kept surveying the situation, having already, had a look ahead.
Nice. Okay, the rowboat pulls up alongside the Emperor. The sailors that you're with pull out grappling hooks and rope and throw them up onto the main deck. So they've secured 2 ropes for you to get on board.
Are they from our supply of grappling hooks and ropes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Axe will land where the grappling hooks hit.
Excellent.
At the top.
Okay.
The chorus will climb the deck, be one of the first up there.
Excellent. Give us an athletics check, please.
Oh,
As
yeah.
you notice, the hull is slick with algae.
Can Axe, because he's at the top, providing assistance to individuals as they're coming up.
Unless you're going to hold on to him from
Yeah.
behind and
Okay,
fly
okay.
with him.
Can I have some help, please?
Axe will take out a rope and will throw it down to.
Or can you just fly me up
Yeah,
and just hold on
grapple
to
and fly.
I actually technically. I've got a pretty
I'm
good
small, and I'm small. So can you
Do
grab
you
me?
really
Is that what
need
you're saying?
claws?
Axe looks down.
Just going to try not to eat him.
Good try. Yes,
Flies down. Puts the
Gently.
claws on the shoulders and will fly Sweet Boy up to the top.
Ask for a restraint roll.
You want me to grapple?
No, I'm joking. Athletics. 16. You successfully make it to the top. That's fine. Who we got left on board?
Tort's still on board, but you suddenly see this steam coming out from near his feet, and suddenly he blasts into the air using his elemental gift from his patron. He flies up onto the boat.
Flying portal. There you go.
I will have taken one of the crossbows.
Yes, you took one of them. Yeah.
Axe will come back down, and if the final person needs assistance,
So Tort has started a 10-minute timer on his flight, just in case story stuff time.
Got it.
So are those crossbows hand heavy or light?
Light.
All right. Change the maps.
Macca, are you there, buddy? Did you need assistance?
Yeah. I'm just gonna take up the grappling hooks.
Yeah, I'll provide you assistance if required. I mean, Axe will.
Athletics check.
Using the rope. Yes. Athletics check, please.
Tort's gonna hover nearby just in case anyone needs help, but
Not going to offer assistance.
he doesn't look like he's built for lifting himself.
What's your bird as well? Bloodhawk, did you say?
Yeah, it's a bloodhawk named Adalind. Adalind.
Female. Is she?
I rolled a 20 on that athletics check, by the way.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, no issues getting up there. All right, just changing the maps now for you.
No comment on sexy bird.
But not telling
Is it
you.
my eye?
Or the rocket turtle.
Oh, dynamic lighting does not want to work.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you that my
no, I haven't
magical item was a cloak of Albenkind.
Goldenkind, yep. The yellow one.
Mm.
Very handy. Dynamic lighting vision. There we go.
Yeah, starting level 6, Genie Warlocks get basically blind.
Yeah, nice. What's the speed of the flight?
It's 30 feet. So nothing on you, Morris.
No, I'm just checking what I am as well at the same time. Yeah. It's a good trait to have.
I just changed maps, Macca. Can you see that?
Just checking that once.
You might have to scroll over.
Got a black
Yeah.
map.
Zoom out.
Both zooming out.
It's the bottom right hand corner, it looks like, from the. What we said.
To zoom out and zoom in again.
There you go.
Got it?
You're doing something now.
Okay, so already described the deck. You do have the 4 stairs in the corners. Building this one. 4 stairs. You got the iron grate that goes below deck, and you got doors that go into rooms at either side.
Can axe fly up slightly to see have a better vantage point of the main deck?
Yep. Feel that. Can't because dynamic lighting's on. Axe is flying. I'll just move you over there.
I'm gonna go check on the metal grate, see if I'm able to lift it up.
Yep. Metal grate.
Tort's gonna follow Axon to the edge, just like not straight exactly where you are, but just following up, just to get a good vantage point as well.
Axel seems surprised by a flying border.
The grate. You can see through the grate. You see a ladder extending down into another area, but the grate is quite rusty. It can be wrenched open by the looks with an athletics check.
Is that the only entrance that we can see to the lower decks?
Yes, from where you are.
That Stranger Things.
16 on the athletics check.
16. Excellent. You busted open with a bit of a rattle and a clatter, and you remove it.
Go down. Use the ladder to go down.
Okay. Several fist-sized spiders crawl out along the wall. The spiders immediately scuttle away. Down very far. There is cobwebs everywhere, and they're quite thick.
Can Axe just do a quick fly around the boat?
Yep.
And see if there's any other entrances like busted open to the
No portholes,
interior
no
as well.
holes that you can see.
Nothing that you could see into the boat or the lower decks
Nothing.
at all. He will come fly back up and join the party.
Yeah.
At the grade.
I'm going to use my divine sense to detect any good or evil, or any beings, undead or celestials around.
Yep.
Within 60 feet.
No, you don't detect anything. Mm-hmm. But yes, the spider webs are quite thick. You can't see any lower. You see the start of the ladder. That's it for Lucian.
Even with dark vision of 60 foot.
Oh, it's not dark as such. It's just the spider webs are so thick. Yeah.
To start pulling out my dagger and start cutting through them, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. And clearing a path.
I can't get Roll20 working on my head. So can I join him down there?
Yes. Okay.
Does fire do more damage to the spider webs than cutting through it with a sword?
Yeah, but we're on a wooden ship.
It's been soaked in water.
I would not recommend using fire on a ship like this.
Axe doesn't. No.
I don't see the map
All right.
right here at all.
Okay, so you've cleared it enough to make your way down the ladder now. You're heading down.
Yep.
Good set of logs.
Prestidigitation help clean off some of the webs.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah.
So, towards just beating off the ladder itself.
Excellent.
Yeah, I can't see the map on mine at all.
Oh, I have to give you abilities one. That'll be why. Boy. Sharon, done. You should be able to see now.
Yep. Good. Thank
Okay.
you.
Who else head down?
So go down.
Axel going up.
Yeah.
Everyone's heading
Chorus
down.
is heading down.
Chorus, sweet boy.
Yep. Can I ask DM? Would you consider giving him dark vision, given the rabbit-like abilities?
Night vision. Sweet. Cool. Done.
Thank you.
Okay, so what do you see? Roll for initiative, please.
Initiative, did you say?
Initiative.
That one.
I'm liking the soundtrack for this one.
22. That's the advantage.
Better initiative than mine.
Yeah, 22 for me as well.
Where's my number 2?
14 initiative.
Ah, there it is.
I was
No.
That's fine.
Alright. Axe. What was your initiative?
22.
22. Old Tort.
I had an initiative of 3.
3.
He's a turtle.
Nilsson.
22.
22. And Chorus.
4.
4. What a roll. Excellent. Axe is up first.
Oh, I am not.
32 from Sweet Boy.
Oh, 32.
Yes.
Where's Sweet Boy? Oh, because I built all these without Sweet Boy because Sweet Boy wasn't when I
Okay.
built them. 1 second while I add Sweet Boy.
How did you roll a 32 initiative? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's a plus 14. And I threw
What's
it 18.
14 on initiative? What is going on?
Yeah, so I've got Cloak of Alvin Kind gives you plus 5.
Yeah.
And then Assassin, all the rogue stuff gives you pluses. Yeah. And I took some beats that I can't be surprised. Well, yeah. So, what's that? Yeah, alert.
Yeah, that's what I did
Yeah.
for the other ones. Is that
Yeah, yeah.
awesome?
Yeah, alert plus all these other things.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's alert that gives you plus 5. So not the.
Well, dropped all your initiatives.
Yeah, like that.
32 for Sweet Boy.
Yeah.
Axe was 20.
22.
22. Chorus.
4.
4. Luzin.
22.
22. And Old Talk.
3.
3. Excellent. Okay.
It was a nat 1.
Hopefully that's only that one. Alright. Emerging from the corners of the room where all the spider webs were very thick, you do see one of these guys. I'll share it on Discord. Whether your characters have any knowledge of these. That's the main thing.
It's bad.
And you see one of them and 2 giant spiders.
And the screen.
It's on Discord.
Ugly.
Oh, sorry, Discord.
Yeah, there's go.
That's a spider? Sorry.
No, that's not spider. That's something else. But and 2 other giant spiders.
Sorry, that and 2 spiders.
Yeah.
What are you doing, sweet boy?
Oh, right. So I see this thing, and I go, hey! And I jump. So where are we? We're on the.
Mikado? Yeah, and they're not on the map.
Yeah, moving their layer now. GM overlay. GM overlay. Token layer. There you go. There we go.
So the spider is in front of me.
Right next to you.
Okay, I attack the spider. So with a rapier. With that. It's 18. That is a
27 hits.
okay. And then that will be. Oh, sorry.
Sounded like a lot of dice.
That was.
Ignore that.
Well, the second one. Yeah. Well, 2 rolls. Okay, no. So clear that one. I'll do this. Why is it 1d8? Why are those? Sorry, it must be loaded all my dice.
Did you also got the sneak attack damage there, maybe?
Oh, maybe it's all my. Yeah, maybe it's sneak attack as well then.
Yeah. The first bit would be the sneak attack, the 8, and the damage was 16. I think.
That's what Beyond 20 is brought over.
Yeah, I don't. What's it? Sorry, maybe I do just manually because I don't understand all the. Okay, so it's 1d8 plus 5.
That's the first one that came up for 8 damage,
Right.
and a 5d6 for the second one.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the sneak attack damage.
Yep.
Okay, so it did something.
5d6.
Yeah.
So what did it? Where's it come up on the?
I came up with D&D Beyond. in the world.
Okay. I can't see it now.
It's also come across to roll 20 as well.
Oh,
Oh, did it? Cool.
so it was so 26 damage.
Yep.
Oh no, total damage 30. How does
It
that
looks
work?
like he clicked
No.
it a few times.
Yeah, so the first one, sorry, no, 26.
26?
Yeah.
Either way, it is a thoroughly dead.
Okay.
You skewered it.
And then as a bonus action, I will hop away to over here. Yep, it's me.
Okay.
That's it up.
Okay. Axe.
Axe will go to the spider on its left.
Yep.
And attack with his great axe. Does a 17 hit
Yes, it does.
and does a 16 hit.
Yes.
I get 2 actions for 2 different attacks. So in that case, I will do 14 damage on the first hit.
It's dead.
And that is the end of my turn.
Excellent.
Spiders left.
So you might want to move to the left 200.
Which one are you? Chorus? Oh, axe. Okay. Lucian. Lucian.
Okay. How far away am I from the bloke ahead of me?
Where are you? On 15 feet.
15. I'll back up a little bit if I can. Just I want to get a little bit more range, and then I'll take a quick shot at it with my long bow.
Yep.
Uh, 18 on the first one.
Hits.
18 hits.
9 damage. Hits.
Yep, 9 damage was there.
Yep.
Before the second one, can I use a bonus action to pop Hunter's Mark on me?
Yep.
6. 27 to hit.
Hits.
And so 12 damage.
12 damage. Done. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Okay, where's my picture? Just gotta scrub.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up behind Sweetwood.
Back up behind Sweetwood.
Yeah, behind him.
Just piss him off to get out of there. Hold torch at front time fire.
Yeah. Floating, but yeah.
What's the space that we're in?
Is the
It
roof.
can't be very.
Can't fly very high.
Not very high, no. Probably 10 feet. Oh, I can't even be that.
He'd be floating a little.
Okay, 2 feet off the ground.
He's got a hover speed, so he can. Whereas flying, it would be difficult.
Yeah, by all means. I don't have measurements. Let's say 6 foot. You probably don't have much room there.
Okay, cool.
All right. Axe.
No, I'm done.
No, you're about to get a swarm of insects falling on you.
Oh, okay.
Spiders, to be exact.
Sorry, continue then.
And they fall on you, and they all try to bite you.
Yep.
21 to hit.
Hits.
15 piercing damage.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, the multiple. Who else we got here? Oh, Torch. You got spiders landing on you as well. 10 to hit.
And misses. Bounces off the shell.
And Lucion's there as well. 19 to hit. It's Macca.
Yep, hits.
Hits. For 11 piercing damage.
Cool.
Okay. This weird looking thing moves forward to attack. It's going to try and bite you first.
Yep.
17 to hit.
17 hits. That's my AC. Is
For
on AC is hit, is it?
Yeah. 9 piercing damage.
Piercing damage.
And 4 poison damage. And a constitution saving throw, please.
Sorry, just what was the damage numbers again? Sorry.
Bring up the log. 9 and 4.
9 and 4.
Oh, he knocked the remote off. Douchebag.
And then a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
I think I need to do 2 of those because it's guidance as well. 17.
That's pass. You're fine. Now he's going to hit you with his claws.
I lose concentration on my guidance.
Oh, damn. 6 doesn't hit for its claws. Third claw attack. 24 to hit
24 hits.
for 4 slashing damage. Chorus.
Shield in front of me. I'm going to approach to the empty spot next to the monster and give him 2 hits with my longsword.
Excellent. Where's Chorus? So much on this screen.
Down the bottom.
Yeah.
Left.
It's 13 hit.
Where is he? 13 hits.
The other one's a 22, so that hits. It's 18 damage.
18. He is not looking too healthy after that. He is bleeding profusely. Great blood.
Ooh.
Hold taut.
That's the only one I can see. What's gonna take a step, like float backwards a little bit.
Yep.
And then cast Eldritch Blast on this guy.
Oh, it smells weird.
Does 23 hit.
23 hits.
It's
11.
11.
Okay. The impact makes him go flying back. He lands on the floor and does not get back up. He's dead.
Is there anything else that's still up?
I think you've killed everything.
He goes, I didn't get to use any of my cool tricks. Next time.
End combat. Okay. Where to? What's the plan?
What rooms can we see?
So you've got a door leading out here, 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 here,
Okay. Cool.
and you got stairs heading
Down.
down.
Must be down. Because they won't hit up. We couldn't see them from upstairs, could we?
Yeah, down. Yep.
Should we clear this floor before we go down?
Sounds like a good
Sounds
idea.
sensible.
Axe agrees, and he kicks the door in front of him.
Where's Axa?
Bottom left.
That one there. Okay.
I want you to do it in a party.
It's like everything I say is in the third person.
Louison is going to go to the door that's the most northern on the perspective of the thing, so it's going to go up as far up to the door. Yep, that one there.
Yep. Okay. Let's go.
Go and investigate in there.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, there's nothing in the room that I can see.
No, it's actually quite a derelict room. It is quite empty. There's a broken barrel in there, but that is all.
Perception.
If you want, they won't find anything.
Yeah. There's nothing in this room.
Empty room. Lucian's opened that door.
Yep.
It's the north. Okay. You see. What room number is this? 6. Thick web chokes the room, partially covering strung up bones, shriveled limbs of humanoids and animals, and other gruesome remains. 4 human-sized bundles hang with the mass of webbing, a little less than 10 feet into the room. White small spiders scurry everywhere.
But there are no big spiders or anything like that, like we just had.
Negative.
Alright. I'll go and have a look at these. Have a look at these bodies. Is there like puncture marks or anything like that from the
Okay.
spiders or?
Give us a perception check.
Join you on that.
Mm-hmm. 20.
20. Excellent. You notice straight away that they occasionally shudder and twitch, and it's not being caused by the motion of the Emperor, you believe.
Alive still.
Okay, I'll call out to the rest of the team. We got a few live ones in here that I reckon they were feasting on.
So
You know,
At the end.
keeping them in cocoons basically.
all I'm envisaging is it's like when the Marines go in on aliens at the nuclear at the nuclear the reactor site. They're going all the bodies there.
Can
Axe will go up to the room, and I have my axe. Will stop the individuals down.
to also help to make sure that people are okay and help them down.
Unwrap
Any-
them.
Yeah, unwrap them.
Okay. Someone going to try and unwrap them? Who's doing that?
Uh,
Chorus.
Of course, it's joining them.
I am investigating the rest of the room while they're doing it.
Okay. Don't notice much else other than the sacks.
4 of them.
4 of them. Yeah.
They check the sacks.
Check the sacks. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the same.
People-
They're twitching and
Oh, you mean
moving.
bundles. Oh,
Yeah.
bundles. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Bundle sacks. Yeah.
So cut away the webs.
Okay. Cutting doesn't seem to do much. The cocoon is pretty solid. Give us a athletics check if you're trying to tear it open.
Have advantage on that, so hell yeah, I will. 5 and a 2, so I get nothing.
Yeah.
Is the don't worry. That's +4. So 7 is one. Sorry, 9 is one last.
9 does not open them.
I might go try another one. Myself.
Try with mage hand, not walking up to it, but just standing away to try and help pull it open.
Yep. Nothing else.
12.
12. You busted open. Roll for initiative, please. Oh, I've got to add.
21 for axe.
15 for Tort.
Ooh, 15 as well.
33 for Sweet Boy.
Yeah, like I'm not going to get to go first.
No. Okay.
Remind you, there was yeah, first one was a plus 18. So I rolled at 18, so it was I rolled at 19. So
I only get a +2 to
Old Tort. What did Old Tort get? Sorry.
I got a 15.
15, and I missed Axe.
21.
15.
I've only got a +4, but I get advantage. So I'm like,
Roll start. Okay. So who opened it up? Chorus opened up the sack. This thing jumps out and bites you. Basically, I'll share a picture to Discord. Oh, it's uglier than I thought. Okay.
wow.
This thing jumps out of the cocoon and basically just bites you straight up.
Just go, ha! I'm still smart.
Just so everyone's aware, can't be surprised when you're within 30 feet of me because of my longbow of warding. So nobody within 30 feet of me in my party can be
Okay,
taken up by a surprise attack.
that's cool. Give us a dexterity roll then as you see it jump out at you. I'm assuming you're trying to get away.
Yep. Ooh. Is it Dex? That's 11.
11, unfortunately not good enough. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
For 13 piercing damage.
13.
Let me change this guy's layer. It's here. He jumped out here. Yeah. Okay, sweet boy, you're up first.
I just go, grab my rapier and just like, yeah, go into it.
Yep.
Um, 22.
Hit.
Hit. Yeah. Okay. Plus 28 total.
28 damage done.
Quite a nice first hit.
Yeah, he is looking near death after that.
Then I will hop away.
Yeah, you hear a high shrilled scream come from him. And with that, you see the other sacks move very violently. Axe.
Back, thank you very much. Twice will go. Plus does a 15 hit?
Hits.
Does 16 hit?
Yes.
Sorry, just if you don't get an opportunity to attack, I can disengage.
Oh, yeah.
Other bonus.
So you can pass that back. That'll be another one here. 11 plus 16 on the first.
Yep. 16. It is dead.
Right, okay. And we'll take another swing at one of the other ones.
By all means. It's inside the cocoon. They haven't popped out yet as such.
I will take a swing at one of the other ones.
Yep.
I feel is probably. Do I get advantage or anything if it's in the cocoon and can't?
Do you?
No.
No.
Well, I hit with the other one, so that's 5 plus 1 is 10 damage to the end.
It's prone.
It is prone. It's not moving.
Oh, so it's an auto crit?
It's slowly moving, but not so much that you won't miss it.
Does that mean it's an auto crit?
Yeah. We'll go with that.
So I think on an auto crit I get something, but then it gets disadvantage. So I got a slash of feet.
Yep.
Which with an axe, any slashing damage done by an axe, which is a critical hit, automatically reduces its movement by 10, and means it has disadvantage until its next round. And that means that as well, it's 2d12 plus 5, so 6, 10, 21 damage to that.
21. Okay, so basically the damage you did basically busted open up the cocoon for the demon to come out.
That's shit.
And he appears in
And your job is done.
Does the animal have disadvantage then? From the no.
He hit the cocoon, basically. He was protecting him. Old Talk.
Old talk with a brand new target. Let's rip.
Go for it.
Uh,
I'm really good about that. It's like great things going on. It's coming out at all.
so that's a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Ten damage.
Yep.
And then round 2. That's a 27 to hit. And that's 6 damage. And I'm assuming it's still going.
Oh, it's still alive, yep.
As my bonus action, I'm going to spend a sorcerer point and quicken Eldritch Blast. So for 2 more beams.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's 11 to hit.
11 does not hit. Miss the Eldritch Blast.
And then does a 14 hit.
14 hits.
14 hits. And on this final one, he's going to use his bottled respite ability. I don't know why they call it that, but it's going to take extra bludgeoning damage. They put it in a really weird spot. Gotta remember. Yeah, Jenny's vessel. Sorry, 4 extra. So that last one was. Did I do that last damage? 6.
No, I didn't get anything. 6?
Yeah, it was 6 plus 4, so that's 10.
10 damage done.
And
He is not looking healthy after that.
this thing has been like flying around the cabin as it's being pushed and pulled in a bunch of different ways.
Okay.
Small area. I'm assuming that we're not actually pushing and pulling it.
Bounce around a bit. Yeah. Okay. Loosen.
Okay. Is the door to where we are open right now?
Yeah, it's slowly opening and closing with the drifting that it's doing. But yes.
Okay. Can I open it back up and just move back about 10 feet?
Absolutely.
And I still have a visual on the creature that just came out of the cocoon?
Yes,
the
you
one,
do.
The one, the one that's hurt?
Yep.
Okay. My bonus action, because my hunter's mark is still up, because it's up for an hour, I'll move it onto that creature.
Yep.
And then I will take go with one on it. And then yes. 25 to hit.
Hits.
Five, so 16 total damage.
Okay. You absolutely destroyed it. Just a pile of demon eyeball.
And I'll call out to anybody need anybody low on health at the moment. Does anybody need any help?
It's a bit of a scratch, but maybe a bit later.
We've still got
A
two
bit later.
bundles there, right?
Yes. Not for long.
I will jump on one of. Oh, sorry, we have combat. We can still.
Still in combat.
Okay.
That'll end my turn.
Okay. You see one of them bust out of the cocoon in front of you, and this one's attacking Old Tort. I'm not with a nat one, no. That one busts out its cocoon and immediately vomits onto the ground. Very grey mass into the area. 15 per cube.
It's much as the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10, 15, about that. Old Talk Chorus and Sweet Boy. Dexterity saving throw.
Is this
To
a
get out of the way.
gas?
It's a bit of a mixture.
Okay. Just because. Oh,
It's
and hold
acid.
his breath. Okay.
It's acid.
A dex?
Yeah, Dex.
16.
16 pass, 5 is a fail,
13.
13's a pass. One failed, who failed? One that failed, you fall down into the spew. You are prone, and you take 9 acid damage. Forks.
The one who's just vomited is closest to me, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Take 2 swipes at him, so. Yeah, that's 16 and 19 to hit.
Hits.
Don't forget, you've got
16 damage.
16.
your initiative as well. But then first to your second, so then inspiration.
Inspiration. Yeah.
Anything else? Yep. Excellent. Back to the top with Sweet Boy.
I will. Which is the more damaged looking one?
The one on the left.
Right in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Weird. It doesn't come up on. Let me see.
Yeah.
One.
I can only see one of
They
the
have
two.
been, you haven't revealed them as far as the light is concerned. Maybe you've got
Strange. Yeah, I revealed them the same way.
I've got one that's above that, but I don't see the other two.
Who's on the
Just
token
take the
line?
main screen as
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do the one straight in front of me. I will attack.
Yep.
With the rapier. We had to hit.
Hits.
Total of 21 damage.
You destroy it. Adds its demoniacal blood into the vomit that's got everywhere.
Yep. And then I will hop over to this side over here.
Out of the goo.
Yeah, out of the goo. Over to here. Corner. Big smile.
Okay, axe.
Great axe attack. For nat 20 and 9 plus 9 is 18. So that's my 2 hits, nat 20 and 18. That is, it's got disadvantage on, so that's 10 plus 5. So it's 10 plus 18. 23 on the first hit, which is the nat 20, and 14 on the next hit.
Massacred.
Be right back, guys.
No problems. And combat. They are destroyed. On that note, I'm going to go to the toilet. It's been 5 minutes. Feel free to take a break.
Can I help hold it up?
Yeah, Old Tort would appreciate like just the hand up. Brushing off the vomit.
You're on your back.
Yeah. The blast of spew knocked him out of the air, and he's just spinning around on his back. Just because like his boosters are still going, but he's like spinning around on the ground.
Like perpetual kind of machine, just continue.
Yeah. He just needs to be rocked up, and then he can get up, brush the spew off, and I guess step out of the spew zone. It's because there's no doors in there.
Should I have 2 short swords where I can actually use my bonus action to attack? Or rapier, which is
That's right.
yeah, so that's a 1d8 plus 5 versus a short sword which is 1d6, I think, or 5 plus 5. Short sword,
The 2 short ones are probably best on the first turn. Just so when you annihilate things with your sneak attack, if you miss, you can
Yeah,
go
it's a
second
sneak
attack.
attack in the first round, doesn't
Only because of the
it once per turn.
Okay, but it's.
it? But it's
I
with
thought
the
you
first
got.
hit.
Yeah, I thought you get.
Yeah,
the
it's right, the first hit.
So
Yeah.
if you have 2 weapons,
Yeah.
the first you get the sneak attack, and the second one you have the sneak attack.
Exactly.
But if you miss the first,
But you don't get the sneak attack.
Yeah.
And then the second comes in.
and you would get the sneak attack on that.
No, would you would mean it's the first attack, isn't it? It's not
Yeah,
the
but if
first.
you don't hit,
So if you don't hit with that, you don't get the sneak attack.
so then you haven't hit with the sneak attack yet. So you'd better get the sneak attack on the second. I would have thought.
No, so it's
Which is
So you
Yeah,
have the
it's
first
a-
hit or the first attack.
I think it's the first attack. It's not your first hit, it's your first attack.
I've not played a rogue, so I'm not.
So if I say, okay, we're just weighing up whether I should have 2 short swords, so they're light weapons, so I can attack with my second hand.
Yep.
Bonus action. Or rapier, which is 1 plus 5,
Mm-hmm.
1d8 plus 5, as opposed to 1d6. What is that? But what is sneak attack?
Dual wielding.
Dual. So okay, do I? If I miss on the first hit, does my sneak attack bonus go on my second?
Good question. So,
What is your plus to hit with both? Your like the short sword versus
Let me just
the
add a how does short sword?
attack roll control. I assume you wouldn't get the sneak attack on second. I mean, if you miss with your rapier,
Yeah.
That's turned up.
Pretty much.
But what's your plus to hit? Is it okay?
Hold on 1 second. I'll just set this short
Looks like it does.
Oh, really?
From what I'm reading. Rules as written. 2 chances, basically. With the sneak attack.
And with all my different add-ons, I've got that advantage anyway.
Yeah.
So
You might as well go through the building.
Your character sounds broken.
what's that?
Your character sounds broken.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm going to now.
Yeah.
Double the chance to damage.
Yeah, Robin, I guess.
Yeah, so short sword is +9, and it's D6 +5. And rapier is also +9, and it's D8 +5. Well, I guess it's an extra 1d6 +5, right? So,
Yeah.
so
And it's a different chance to hit. So you've got,
yeah.
so you've got advantage.
Yeah.
You've still got you've got 4 rolls to hit.
And if I do a critical hit with one of them, I can roll on one of my things. I can roll a piercer as a feat, so I can add another
Roll dice.
dice.
Sounds like we're
damage
showing
dice.
3 of those. So I've got the crusher over here.
A slasher.
Okay. Are you okay, DM, if I swap up the rapiers for short swords then?
You got them all on you, I'm assuming, so. Yeah.
What's that?
You got them on you.
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy puts together his character last minute.
I did.
It's coming
Yeah.
in. The 18 minutes wasn't because he had a drive here, it was because he was downstairs.
Oh, I just saw because I don't know what you were saying. So short. It didn't log on. Because I sent that when I left home, but for some reason it didn't click in until.
As in on the things.
Yeah, on Discord, I just saw it sent it quite a lot later than.
Okay.
So
But yeah, the fact that they put it under the genie thing, where you do that extra little bit of damage once per turn when you do an attack. It's interesting.
Because when you do an attack,
Let me get the exact wording.
because I always thought sneak attack was just on your first attack. So
No, this is
no, I'm
Analogy.
talking about it like his, which we've just confirmed is it's the first hit
first hit. Yeah.
is what they did. What we
Yes,
just
so
said.
that means that the 2 is an advantage because if you miss the second one,
Well, his
it's still-
attack's already at advantage,
so it's pretty.
so it's pretty likely. It's pretty unlikely. But
Yeah.
2 1s on the first roll is thrown out. Unlikely to follow up by another 2 1s.
Yeah. But the bonus is that because I've got that feat, if the second rolls in that 20, then I can add another dice as well.
Or
So
you've got 2. If you do a nat 20 in one of your advantages,
Yeah.
and then do a nat 20 in another one of your advantages. Well, I think that will work.
I am back, you guys. Just wanted to
Oh,
let you
yeah,
know.
cool.
Are you dead?
Excellent.
Roll on your code.
When you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage to a creature, you can roll 1 additional damage die, which determining that extra piercing damage.
Yeah, I think I should have done that actually, because my slasher does the same.
While I've got a chance, I'm just fixing the
I get to
encounters.
move people around, so not only do I have the Eldritch Blast moving, but then when I do bludgeoning damage in a turn, I can move them.
Anyway.
Huh?
Any direction?
Any direction with that, but that's only 5 feet.
Okay, that's
So long as it's no longer than 1 size larger than me, which is again,
Nope. Sorry, that was a random roll.
large. Oops. Just a random sneak attack.
Yeah. Hit X.
Roll initiative. It's 3 points since decided to go in other.
Well, sweet boy's next to Axe. But
Yeah.
Maybe found a spider in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Stab.
okay. All fixed. What is the plan? You've killed these things that came out of the thing. Coons.
We,
So
You
that
didn't
room-
find any
that room is
humans?
clear now.
It is clear. Yep.
Alright, let's go check the other rooms then.
We check the bodies. Is there
Yeah,
anything in the
can I
bodies?
check the body? Like maybe take a sample of any of the like eggs, if there's anything like that.
No eggs.
Okay.
Just their bodies or whatever they were left over. Now, what's a grey blood?
Lucian seems to be leading the charge, so
Yep.
buddy, you're out of the room. Pick the next room that you're gonna kill us in. And axe will
That room
follow.
directly to the left of
To the left. This one?
Yep.
Okay, open the door to that one.
How long has it been since like is Tort's flight still going? Has it been 10 minutes yet?
It's probably been over 10 minutes. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, palm fronds are piled up in one corner of this room to make a crude bed. Nearby, a stone-tipped wooden spear and an oblong shield lean against the wall. The shield bears the symbol of a humanoid skull with spiders crawling from its eye sockets. Two weathered humanoid skulls hang from wooden pegs on the wall. Yes.
Axe doesn't know what
Skulls.
it is. Someone with arcana background or history background.
You want us to roll anything? Or
What are you looking for? What are you doing?
checking to see if like there's an unusual amount of spiders coming out of these skulls, or if there's anything weird about them.
If anything, there's less spiders and less spider webs in this room than anything else you've seen so far.
Sorry, and it's a shield.
Shield. Where was that? An oblong shield bears a symbol of a humanoid skull with spiders crawling from its eye sockets.
Closely examine that. Seem like just a normal.
Just a normal shield. Nothing too special about it.
Anything under the bed?
Oh, you look at the bed. Nothing under the bed, but mixed in with the palm fronds, you find several well-gnawed human bones.
Someone probably died in this.
Or was nibbled on while someone else was sleeping. Midnight snack.
Skulls on the pegs. Is there anything hidden in the skulls?
No, nothing peculiar about them at all.
What other rooms do we have to explore? There's just two other doors to the right, is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
And there's one door down the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Axe will go into the corridor.
Yep.
To the first door he comes across, which is on the right, and open that door.
This one. Right. The smashed wreckage of a bed, dresser, and desk covers the room of this floor. Thick webs extend from floor to ceiling, making it impossible to clearly see the walls beyond. Hundreds of tiny spiders move through the webs. All parts of this room are engulfed in sheets of webs. Yeah, that's it.
Have we tried to burn?
I suggested burning before.
You did say that, right? Yeah.
Burning on a wooden
Are there
sheet,
any
not a-
particularly dense areas of web, like that might say, hey, cocoon here?
No. You can clearly see through these webs and they're not that thick. You can't see
Okay.
anything of interest in this room as such.
So he's going to say fire clears spiders. And he's going to light it and burn spider webs.
Okay.
Holding it.
Close to the like,
Holding
like,
it in-
like,
okay.
not
So in a controlled way.
like, you know, you
Keep
get a lighter out and you burn through a piece of rope kind of thing.
Yeah.
Clears the room that way.
But be
You
careful
hundreds
with
of spiders running in the way, basically.
And clears the room. Nothing in the room.
No.
Alright. Someone else
Let's
can
go,
take the
let's,
next
go,
room.
let's go back down then, and I will open the door to down to the bottom right.
Do you want to set up before we open one of the rooms? Mac, you're a ranger.
Do you wanna-
Do you want to stand
Even
outside?
or Axe, do you want to open up both doors together at the same time?
Does not sound like a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Axe says that sounds like a great idea. Opens both doors at the same time.
I thought let's go for Axe, the bloke who wants to fight. and let's see if we can get double the enemies. Here we go.
So Axe will go in
Alright.
the very corner.
Axe moves in and both open doors at once.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll describe. You're
Just a
looking.
minute. Just a minute. Before I do it. Nah, go. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not gonna rage yet.
Are you looking in a particular room first?
Nah, I'm just opening both doors with the hands and looking in the corner.
Who's looking where? While this is happening.
I'll look at the room at the right.
Yeah, towards
The room to the right.
over the right.
Okay, so people are
Big boys,
concentrating on the right.
big boys just looking
I'll,
at
I'll take the door furthest down to the south. Then.
Okay, so I'll do the room to the right first. This room is filled with smashed furniture, crushed wooden boxes, and other debris, all covered with thick layers of spider webs. As soon as you open these doors, web-filled room, thousands, hundreds of tiny spiders cover the area, and they scuttle away. Nothing of interest. In this room, there is definitely interest in this room. In here. Okay. The floor of this chamber is covered with runes written in blood. A circle has been carved into the floor's wooden planks, and spider webs cover the walls and ceilings. 2 humanoid-sized bundles attached to the ceiling writhe as hundreds of tiny spiders swarm over them. This guy is just standing there.
With the bloody spiders, didn't
A half-orc. He's wearing tattered clothes, bit of fur covering. He's standing there crossed arms and looking at you that's just busted open this door. He's like,
Hello, room service. Sorry, that wouldn't be my character. That's a different character.
Sorry, I think the bellhop gave me the wrong key.
So busted into the room. The orc has turned around and started looking at me.
Yep, and roll for initiative.
There we go.
There it is.
What room number is this?
All I want to do is just walk our way out.
Oh, this
There's
is
the one
612, not 216. Christ.
23.
Oh. Only at 16 this time.
Oh, I did get to move
There
before
were
you.
2.
A 16, was it?
There were 2.
Each one too.
Oh.
Wow.
19 for me.
My bandage has got
18
the line every single time.
Oh.
18 for chorus, was it? And what did Old Talk get?
17.
17.
We seem to be
And
fairly grouped.
Axe. What did Axe get?
23.
23. Excellent. Starsz. Well, Axe is up first.
As a bonus action,
Yep.
Axe will rage.
Yep.
Feels about that time. And Axe will move in for 2 attacks against the orcish friend. Does nat 20, and so someone else can see that. Thank you very much. And what was that other one? Is it 9?
Yep.
Plus 9, so 18 and then nat 20.
Both hit.
Cool. The nat 20 gives me for slashers like an extra
One more die.
d12. So it's
Yeah.
like it's 3d12 then, isn't it? Oh, and I'm raging, so I get plus 3
On each
on each. Yeah.
of the 2.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, boys and girls.
That's all right.
Yeah, maths becomes real strong, and finding dice just becomes problematic. 1, 2, 3. So that is the nat 20 is 1, 2, not showing. Is that coming up to now? No. Sorry. 2, 3. roll for everyone. Come on. There we go. Sorry. Which is 19 plus 5 is 24 plus 3 is 27 for the first hit. And then for the next hit is just 1d12. Which is 5, 10 plus 13.
Done.
That took me long. Sorry, boys.
Right.
And that is me done. I don't think I can do anything
Okay.
else. Oh, sorry. No, while I'm raging, I get my Storm Aria for a C. And then that's so can I have a dex save of 15. DC
Dex
save
save.
15.
We have figured out this guy's like not one of the surviving crew members, right?
Well, we roll for initiatives.
You failed.
So, damage on a success. We are level, so it's 2d6. 5 and 1, so 6 damage. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Lightning damage, if that helps. Or if it doesn't do anything.
All right. Done.
I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, he does. Okay. So with that, you hear him say, "So it's death you're chosen." You see a giant spider appear in the corner, and old Tort's in the room already.
I was just moving behind, but more for vision.
Okay.
I'll
And-
move back up.
He's attacking Axe.
I'm pissing out of
I'm in the doorway.
Yep.
So technically, he probably could really wanted.
17 to hit.
16 is my armor class, so yes, you hit.
Trying to bite you for 8 piercing damage and a Constitution saving throw, please.
It's piercing damage, so it's half because I'm raging.
Yep.
Cool. And a Constitution save. I think I failed. 6.
Fail. 7 poison damage.
Is poison damage half as well or not?
No, I don't think so. It's just physical. Or
I think it's or base magic.
Yeah.
damage. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. So yeah.
okay, it's done. Old Tort, you're up.
Old Tort is gonna take a step back. Even though I can't see on roll 20, can I still see into the room because the door's open?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a step back. I'm not sure if I trigger an opportunity attack from the spider.
No. Where are you?
I'm the turtle just above the spider.
I don't think so. You're behind the door, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. But I can still see Axe from where I am.
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to cast haste and twin it on both Axe and myself. So that's quite a lot of sorcery points and a pack slot. I'm just clicking it just in case it's useful to be clicked.
Nice.
What does haste give me?
That's basically on your turn. You can. I'll read it out. So, haste. Choose a willing creature you can see within range until the spell ends. The target speed is doubled. It gains +2 bonus AC. Has advantage on dexterity saving throws and gains an additional action on each of its turns. The action can only be used to take the attack. Weapon attack only. Dash, disengaged, hide, or use object action.
So that's 3 actions. So probably thank you. It's 2 AC.
Yeah.
And how long does that last?
That lasts 1 minute, or if I get
Not unconscious. Cool.
or concentration. But it's also on myself, and so that was my action. My haste action. I'm then going to cast Eldritch Blast on the beast,
The spider or the
the
orc?
spider, because I don't think I'd be able to see the orc from the doorway.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Yeah, I see the edge of the spider though.
Yep. 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit.
Sorry, one final
Yep.
thing as well. The orc, because I've got a nat 20 with slash of feet,
Yep.
has disadvantage on all turns until my next turn. Like
All attacks.
all attacks and everything like that. Until my next turn.
Okay.
So, once my turn, if I miss. Yep. So I'm rolling an extra 2d4. I'm not sure if that's going to come across. That's added to the previous. To hit.
It's a hit. So 19 to hit.
19 to hit. Yep.
Hit.
Hit. Had remembered my mouse. That was 14
18
damage.
14 damage.
Yep.
Done.
And the second hit of Eldritch Blast. An 11 would not hit.
No, it does not hit.
But on that first one, I'm going to do the extra bludgeoning damage, so that's +4.
Yep.
And he's moved. Is he at large size?
He is large, I think. What is he? Stats. Large beast. Yep.
So he gets moved back. Let's just move him to the back of the room because that looks like it's only an extra 10 feet back. Yeah.
Yep.
And then 5 into the corner, just to be right out of the way.
Okay. He is looking near death, by the way. It's all talk done?
Yep.
Chorus.
And using bonus action and my magic to regain some sorcery points.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to approach the half orc and give him a couple of bashes with my swords.
Where are you?
I am nat 25.
Have
And
you got enough space?
Assuming 30 feet of movement?
Yep.
Yep, that gets you just there.
so a nat 20 and I presume 13 misses.
13 does miss. So the nat 20 hits.
Nat 20. So that's an extra dice, isn't it?
Yep. Extra.
And
Double damage.
I'll put a divine spite into it as well.
There is a slide echo somewhere.
Permission to use the mic.
So that's 17 damage.
17?
Yep.
Done. He is not looking too healthy. Lucen.
Macca?
So both of them aren't looking too healthy.
Correct.
Well, I was already at the door because I was the one who locked into the door first. So from where I am, I was already, you know,
Yep.
down a bit. Can't see anything on the actual roll 20, so I'll just.
Oh, can't you?
No, because you can't see through that door.
Oh, it hasn't been an hour yet, has it?
No.
No, I wouldn't say so.
No. Okay, I'll move my hunter's mark onto the half orc
Mhm.
using my bonus action, and then I will not use it just in case I need it. I'll go after the spider first with a shot.
Yep.
16 to hit.
16
spider?
on the spider hits.
Cool. That's 6 points of damage.
6 points. Yep.
And you know what? I'll go again on the spider, but I will use my sharpshooter feat.
He's after him. He's got a horde somewhere. I don't know where he keeps them.
So it's 25 minus 5, that's 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Ooh. 6 plus 10 because of the sharpshooter feat, so that's 16 damage on the second
Okay.
shot.
Spider is dead.
Cool.
Where were you standing?
Uh,
Just so I'm going to move your character up.
I
Yeah.
was one of the first to come through the doors, so I was probably just next to Axe
Still there.
on,
Cool.
on the right hand side there. But that's everything that I can do.
All right. With that, you see another giant spider appear right on the corpse of the other one. And it's trying to bite Chorus now.
How many giant spiders can this room hold?
10 to hit.
Yes.
Sweet boy.
Right. I will go down into the room and stand next to, and I will attack the guy. That's right, the half-orc. I guess I can't be in the same spot. Will the spider get attack of opportunity on that?
You can move through his friendly space, can't you?
He's pretty friendly, yeah.
It's just a half speeder.
Okay, cool. And I shout out, we should have killed him. We haven't encountered anything else, but let's knock him out. I'll attack Half-Orc with my first short sword.
Hits.
Okay.
$23.
Yep, 23.
He is looking near death.
Okay. With my bonus action, I shall hit again.
So this is non-lethal, I'm assuming you're doing, from what I heard.
22 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. I'm just going to see if this will roll. Okay, ignore those ones. 6 hit. Oh, sorry, 6 damage.
6 damage.
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I'll re-roll that damage one. My feats I can do. 3, so that is 8.
8 instead.
Yep.
It's still up.
And I say, look, if you give up, we won't kill you.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say anything. You see this guy appear in the room.
Oh,
Similar size to the other one, but he's blue in color. And he's attacking Chorus.
using yourself wrong. Dodge action.
14 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, with that you see him disappear again.
19 points.
That's metagaming.
I just having a little chat.
You're assuming X doesn't know much. Come on.
He's been around. He's said all the things.
He looks down at the little bunny. How big's the bunny? Small. He looks down at you. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, little animal. I don't mean harm. Why are you here attacking me?"
Into dialogue.
Well, you attacked my friends.
They attacked first.
Why'd you attack them for? I said, well, shall we stop attacking each other?
Yes.
Who's up next?
It is his turn right now. That's why he's speaking. Either in combat or axe is next.
So juicy. I'm hasted and I'm raging.
Down. He wants to talk.
Axe does not talk. I'm sorry.
To be fair, he is hasted as well as raging.
Got everything going on. Too many dice to know exactly what's going on. Alright. 16 plus 9 is.
Yep.
Sorry, on the spider.
Oh, the spider?
Yeah. It is definitely a hit. I'll do that one first. So I'll take it in turns. Is 6 plus 5 is 11 damage on the spider.
Yep.
No, it's still standing.
Still standing.
Oh, sorry. These are all at advantage. I should be doing these at advantage, I think. No, sorry. That was not advantage. So that was a miss. And then I'll do another one on the spider, which is that plus 9, which is 15. The spider.
15 to hit?
Yep.
Hits.
And then that's. I should have been plus 3 as well. So plus 3 to that original hit. And then it's 10 plus 5 plus 3, 18 damage.
18 damage. He is dead. On top of the other spider carcass.
Right. Just calm down. Everyone calm down. We're going to talk.
Old talk.
Get around hitting the orc, but I did hit the spider.
Sorry about my friend here. He's a little bit enthusiastic. The spiders in the other rooms attacked us first, and so when he saw anything in this room, he made some rather rash assumptions. What are you doing here? And why are these spiders helping you?
Okay. Chorus. That's your turn?
Yeah,
He
I
obviously
might
doesn't-
use an action to regain a pack slot with my rod.
Yep.
But that's it.
I'm going to point my sword at the orc and say, answer all Tort's questions now or face judgment of the gods in the next.
Okay. Loosen.
Macca?
I will. Yeah, I'll just put my bow away and say, "All right, do you want to talk? We'll talk. But we don't like your answers. Adeline might have a little feast tonight."
Okay. Sweet boy.
I'm waiting to hear.
Okay.
Come on,
Back to
talk.
his turn.
Talk.
Okay.
We're ready to talk.
Back to his turn. We'll probably pause combat or end combat there, depending on what happens. But you killed my friends
Well, they did try to attack us.
after you attacked me.
No. In the other rooms.
They're not my friends.
So hopefully friends.
Hmm. Ship is sinking. I need to leave.
Well, what are you doing here?
I came from Ireland.
Ireland?
Ireland.
You're not too sure. Sure.
If you came from Ireland, why aren't there any potatoes on board? Huh? Answer that question for me.
An island, did you say?
Yes. This ship came past an island. We boarded.
Oh, you mean when it was already like this or with people on it?
Like this.
Oh, okay. So you don't know what's happened to him.
No.
And did we kill all your friends?
Not all of them. And you see this guy appear again.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry again about the other two friends.
We kind of jump to conclusions when spiders, considering we've been attacked by spiders and other creatures in the other room.
They are misunderstood. He goes up and pats his spider.
I'm looking around. What's all this blood, by the way?
Spider's feasting.
On.
Remains.
So perception check.
Yep.
Or first, let's say, so there's no one alive when you came on board.
Yes.
26.
He's telling the truth.
So what do you want here? Like, what do you want to do? Like, are you trying to get away, or are you trying to summon a demon with all this blood?
No. Right now, the ship has floated away from my island. I want to go home to my island. But yes, I am praying to my god.
Do you intend to hurt us?
Depends. Can I leave?
I'll look at the others.
We're looking for a box, a magic box. Have you found it?
Think there's one below deck.
How about this? You help us with our little quest,
We can give you a robo.
and we'll help you get off the ship. Deal?
Sounds like deal.
Perception check. And you're not going to hurt us.
What are you rolling?
Can I roll insight on that exchange?
Sorry, I'm writing perception. I should be in insight. Oh, sorry, perception. Sorry. That was 26, but that's 10.
10. You believe he's telling the truth?
Yes, one person roll on it.
You can roll as well if you want. Get your own thoughts. You guys can all roll if you want.
22.
I need two people rolling.
Oh, you think he's lying?
Mm.
Not telling the full truth.
Are you hiding anything from us?
You don't think so?
What aren't you telling us? What's down below? What have you got? What aren't you telling us?
There's dead bodies below. Nothing else.
Perception check. Oh, sorry, insight on that? 17.
You believe he's telling the truth?
Is there anything that's going to kill us or try to kill us down there?
Possibly. We should leave this ship immediately.
Like what?
Creatures of the depths.
Well, as I said, we've got a little task to do. So you help us with this task, and then we'll help you get off. That was the deal. Right?
I am near death.
Alrighty then, I'll walk up to him and I will cast Cure Wounds at the second level on him.
Okay. Five.
Five points of healing.
You don't want him to be full strength.
Yeah.
You repeat, I am still near death. He's bleeding out here. Like,
Stabilized.
I'll wait here while you go below.
No. You're going to help us because what's going to stop you just running away and getting into our rowboat?
Give us a persuasion.
If we come over in the robot by ourselves, or
No.
The dwarves have it.
Okay.
These big spiders, those dwarves don't stand a chance.
Yeah, but they're not necessarily-
I will surely die if I go anywhere else right now. I
What?
need to stay here and heal.
Wants to know what's in the door behind you.
Hang on, let me check. 11. Stairs upwards and down.
Axe will walk across and open up the door.
Can your friend come with us then?
The door is jammed shut. Yes, I can send my friend. He will assist.
Can I have a ride?
No.
Yeah, we're pretty cool though.
Yeah, it doesn't even budge when you just try to open it normally.
Alright. Okay, so Axe is going to start walking down towards the stairs.
The other one's down the other end.
Yeah.
Okay.
This conversation.
Wait up, Axe. Wait up. I'll suppose I will. I will cast Beast Sense again. And I will send Adland, my bloodhawk, down the stairs to check to see what is going on.
Yeah. Yep.
Oops, I know.
Okay.
I'll go to the top of the stairs.
Up the stairs.
Yeah, I'll follow it. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you stay here. Oh, sorry, what's your name?
Crow.
Prowl. Prowl.
What is the spider's name?
He has no name.
No name. I am Axe. He who has no name. I am Axe.
I've got a passive perception through Adland of 18.
Okay, going down the stairs. This deck runs the length of the ship and features no bulkheads or dry walls. Dark, murky seawater fills it to a depth of 3 feet, sloshing against old, mouldering crates piled against the ship's port's hull. The water that fills this area would be difficult terrain. Small characters must swim while in the hold.
Or jump on someone's shoulder.
What else do you notice? You do notice a reasonable sized blue chest down the far end of the hold.
In our chest.
Where's the stairs? Ah, those stairs actually go up.
Do I see any other spiders or other possible creatures or anything like that? Through Adland?
No. No.
Sorry, those stairs go
Yeah,
up.
the stairs actually go up.
Where's the down?
Yeah.
So
You
it's
haven't
behind
found there
the-
yet, technically.
It's the, behind the door. I'll
Yeah.
break down the door.
Yep. Give us a strength check.
I've got advantage on that one. So.
And just double check, we've cleared that floor, right?
I think we've done it. Yeah, we've done every room.
Upstairs. Technically, no, because you had 2 doors on the top level that you didn't go into.
On the deck level.
On the deck level. Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't even
Let me move your character over there, I'll show you. So over here, you got 2 doors.
Oh, yeah. Up and down.
Yeah. Actual rooms. So you had the upstairs area. The stairs took you up to those sort of areas, but
We focused on.
yeah, you just went straight down the great plate. So there's rooms underneath these areas. It goes up to that, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's underneath.
And
That makes sense.
all right. Well,
Stairs would go.
Sorry, we didn't explain that properly.
do we want to clear the room up? Just
yeah,
above
let's
us,
quickly do that.
so that we can make sure that we don't get stuck.
Trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll clear the room up.
Hey guys, we haven't cleared the rooms upstairs yet.
All right. We'll pretend that door did open and you found the access downstairs.
Yeah.
And you've had a look, but now you're going back up. So
So which door was the one underneath?
We've been this way.
The bottom
yeah,
one.
so
So, because
I would have opened up into there.
Ah.
And you got stairs, those go up,
Oh, yeah.
and then there's a trapdoor thing that leads down here.
Oh, yeah.
right, okay,
Cool.
So, if we,
Which stairs are you going up?
Yeah, those ones.
so the one at Sunny Boy. So, do we want to go into the north Or do you want to go into the south?
North. Just go north.
Okay, we'll go into the
Okay.
north up
Heading up.
level.
Into here. Everyone's going, I'm assuming?
Go into that one first. Do a loop round.
Oh, I missed old talk. Alright, maybe all there. 3. What's here? Okay, sheets of webbing fill this room such that anything more than 10 feet from the entrance appears as little more than a vague shape. Hidden in the webs are a narrow staircase, which you just came up, and near the are a table and 4 chairs, which is here. You're walking around, but not much otherwise.
Get your torch out again.
I would check the.
You gonna burn that?
Burn this. No, because we've got now a spider friend that's following us. I don't want to be hurt to him.
Killing my friends.
Spiders.
But nothing of interest while you do that.
Go back through the door to the main deck and
Yep.
go down to the south.
Yep. Entering this one. Okay.
You move the map so we can see the room that we're about to be in.
Sure. A rough stone altar dominates this cabin. Strange markings cover its surface, dried mud cakes the floor around it, and humanoid skulls ring the wall above, each mounted on a wooden spike. The corners of this room are piled with garbage and debris. Crudely cut wooden logs, smashed furniture, torn sacks, shattered crates, and small piles of dried palm fronds. Staircase descends in the southeast corner, which you saw earlier, and an acrid odor fills the air.
Search, please. Perception. So perception.
Lots of spiders.
15.
A 15, yeah, that's what you need. You do find something. You find the ship's ledger and the captain's log, both written in common.
Give us a read.
Quick read of it. The log details the ship's last voyage, including an account of the terrible storm that threw the Emperor off the waves off course and separated it from its escort. Running low on food and drinkable water, the ship was forced to drop anchor off the uncharted island. The last entry describes an attack by orcs that fought alongside goblins and monstrous vermin. Though the crew fended off the initial attack, they suffered heavy casualties. The final entry records the captain's fear that the attack might have been the precursor to an even larger assault. You also find, concealed by mud and litter on the deck, but you do find a small sack containing 10 red rubies.
Pocket that. Thanks.
Yeah.
You want about it?
What?
Yeah.
Did anyone see me?
How high is your perception scores?
17.
Rob, yes, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
Is 16.
I'm assuming most people would have noticed.
Noticing that they notice, I go, "Oh, I got some rubies. I'll get them later."
All right, what's the plan?
Descend the stairs, I think, is the.
It says, and just I'll take the book and just read that last thing to our friend Kral.
Mm-hmm.
I go, you wouldn't know anything about this, would you?
Is he with us, or is he stayed behind?
He stayed behind.
Stay behind. He's healing.
I'll go up to the room.
Has he moved up to the standard deck, or is he? He's in the other room.
Yeah.
So he's not with us.
No, I get that's what I said. I'll go to.
He's kneeling in the room.
So you're going to go all the way back around.
No,
downstairs.
downstairs.
Yeah, but,
Stairs are all right there.
but we can't get through that door.
Yeah,
The door's
you
barred.
guys said open
Oh,
the
it's
door.
No, I didn't.
Which way is it barred?
Let's
from?
just say you did. Because technically you've already seen downstairs. and upstairs.
All right, smash it open. So that we
Yeah.
can-
Yep.
So
He said it didn't move.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
It would come through the other way, so surely we've barred it or something.
Yeah, if there's any snow, we'll clear it and we'll open it.
Yep.
So I say to him, do you know anything about this? And I read the
Captain's log.
captain's log.
Yes,
Use the orcs.
I am with them. Yes.
Oh, well, very nice of you.
I am the caretaker of the spiders that you see. I didn't come aboard in the initial.
So,
So you're the second wave that they were worried about.
In a way, yes.
Why did you attack the ship?
Supplies. There's not much on the island.
Doesn't seem to be much on this ship.
Not anymore, no.
why is that?
It was taken by everyone.
Why are you still here?
I got stuck with the ship.
Why? How?
So it started drifting away before I got off. I couldn't get the spiders off.
Oh. Have this insight on that then?
Yep.
23.
Oh, you believe he's telling the truth?
Okay. Well, I can't blame you. I mean, if there's nothing on the island and you need stuff, not my ship. Shall we go down below?
I think so.
Now that you've had a chance to rest up, are you going to come with us to move?
I am still bleeding. I do not heal like others.
What if we heal you?
You already tried. That's more healing.
We're going to save my healing for.
Well, we have got two. We picked up two.
So only medicine shares. Like kits, not
Oh,
potions.
okay. Yeah,
No.
doesn't matter. Okay, let's see.
2 healers kits.
Heading down. Heading down.
Yeah. Where's the other spotter? Is the spotter?
It's hiding. Again.
Right.
You just can't see.
Yeah, gotcha.
Are you asking Krill or?
Yeah, I'm asking Crow.
2 potions of healing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. By the way, we should take some antitoxin and the healing as well.
Do we need any? Has anyone been posted yet?
Not yet.
So I've got
Can
all
we-
the antitoxin.
Yeah.
Should we just take a short rest?
Yeah, might be good. Roll a few.
Do you need? Where are you at with your HP?
I'm down by 20, but that's
Some
how are you faring?
13 damage.
20, a little bit over 25 down.
And what's your max attack?
My max is 88.
But you need some healing.
Haven't been hit.
Macca, are you still pretty good?
Yeah, I'm 11 down.
We probably crack on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ship could sink.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking a short rest because like I don't have any second level spells left.
And you'll get them back on a short rest?
I think so.
A short rest is fine.
I mean, I've got no problem taking a short rest. So.
Yeah, short rest
Yeah.
is fine.
You wouldn't get spell slots back unless you're a warlock, but yeah.
You're a ranger, right?
Oh, unless you use your wizard or other. You've got a special feat that says short rest, but
Yeah.
I know. Do you want to just... I mean, we can take the short rest and then you can check that afterwards. And I can just roll some hit dice.
No, well, I mean, I've got a couple of third levels that I can. I haven't used any of my third levels, and I've still got 3 first
What
levels.
is a
So.
spell slot?
so good.
Alright, continue on.
In these
Yeah,
words, by the way.
let's
Yeah, so-
continue down.
Alright, heading to the lower deck. Keep in mind it is difficult terrain down here, especially the one that is swimming at the moment.
When we get down, I look at the water and I jump on to Axe's bank.
Oh, okay.
Is it different terrain if I have a swim speed?
If a swimsuit?
Swim speed.
Swimsuit. No, if you had a swimsuit, no.
Hulk smudges.
Probably chorus as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I'm fine
Not
with
phased.
If you want to jump on my back,
I don't have a swim speed, but you
If
could.
anybody does need it, I do have water breathing at 3rd level, so I can cast it on all of us basically.
Nice. Okay.
I've got 40 feet swim speed, so I'm not going to swim
You're
here.
fine.
So anyone? Can I jump on your back?
Yeah, go for it.
Right.
Stay away from
Just
the
on-
bird. He looks hungry.
So jump onto Chorus's back.
I'm big, but I'm not strong. Sorry.
Okay. What's the plan?
Uh,
How far is either? Okay.
so can we see anything at the minute?
Is it dark?
A lot of debris and everything. Where the chest was spotted was down the other end.
How did we spot the chest?
Like,
We start by searching the debris. That...
Macca used his spirit animal or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
Ah, he uses
Can't remember the name of it.
My base companion.
That's the one.
Gotcha.
His companion.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll start making my way down to where I saw the saw the chest.
Is it dark down here, by the way?
Semi-darkness. It's still got some lights of the lanterns on the wall.
That's right. I got 60 feet of dark
Lanterns on the
vision.
wall.
Lens, but I'm going to let the blood flow.
I like the. Oh, I see. Why don't you like the lanterns?
Bit.
They are lit already.
Yeah, lit.
It
That's
could be magical lanterns.
why you can all see. Heading in?
Yeah.
Okay, making your way down to the other end.
Is there a way for me to hop along that debris so I'm not swimming?
Some pieces, yeah. Can't see. You're
That's
hopping.
fine.
Yeah. Roll for initiative.
Twenty-two.
6.
Hang on, what are we doing?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Spiders. I'm assuming at this point that haste is gone.
Yeah, it's been a minute. There was a turn in which we felt really tired afterwards, but because we've had some time in between, I'm guessing that's been and gone.
Yep, definitely. So you see 4 undead surge out of the water at you. Assuming you can't be surprised at all.
No.
And
Nah.
with the bow as well, it's like, so you do hear them and see them before they can actually get to you and attack anyway. So, all right, who came through? Chorus, what did you get?
6.
6 and Axe.
22.
22. Sweet boy is up first.
Okay. Yay! I'm dead! And I hop. Can I hop over the debris to the one on the far left?
No.
So I have to swim the whole way?
Yep.
Swim is half speed. So 5, 10, 15. I don't even get there.
About there.
I think you've got the light crossbow.
And use your light crossbow might be. Use your light crossbow to get into a range.
Yeah.
You should still be, because it's a simple weapon. You should be proficient with it, so you should still get your sneak attack on that, right?
No, sneak attack. What's it say with sneak attack? Sneak attack. Once per turn, you can deal extra focus damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage on the attack roll, which I always have. You don't need a okay. Okay. Yeah, so I might as well. Okay. Yeah, so I'll stay on Chorus's back
Okay.
and let loose. The bolts. Let's see. First one is 22 to hit.
Yeah.
The far left one.
Far left one.
You still get second attack.
Yeah, it's still the same.
Yeah.
It's not like you are holding 2 swords.
Yeah.
You've got to also reload.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. If you've got 2 attacks, you can use your second one to reload to buy a second next turn.
Damage is, what was it? 8 plus
25 total.
25. He's not looking healthy after that. Okay. Axe.
So I have a 40-foot swim speed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll move up to that one on the left. I will rage. And I will attack him once for 17 to hit.
Hits.
And that is a raging as well, so plus 3, 2, plus 5, 7, plus 10
10.
for the first one.
Yep.
Still alive.
Still alive.
Okay, I'm going to use my, because I'm raging, sea aura. So 10 feet aura. I grab a dexterity saving throw of 15.
Then
15.
15, so that's half damage. Is 7, so that's 3.
Done.
Still alive.
The other two zombies as well, if it's an aura.
I think I only get to attack one.
Okay.
10 feet
One
away?
creature of your choice is
Yeah.
is targeted.
Oh, okay.
It's 10 feet around me that I can do. So it's still standing?
Yep.
And I will attack again with my second hit. 16 plus 9 is going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is that one. 15, 18 damage.
18 damage.
18.
Looking near death after that.
Oh, still alive, still standing.
Pretty good. Pretty hardy.
And that is the end of my turn.
Right. You see this big boy appear next to you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Turns around and attack axe. It's attacking. Go. Nine damage to. And what's that other effect? Constitution saving throw.
That's my writing.
That was pretty cool.
That passed us. Okay. And he faces back out. And it's this guy's turn. He's over to attack axe. He's trying to claw you. 16 to hit.
16 is my armor class.
Constitution saving throw. And 11 slashing damage.
Plus 3 is 19.
That's a pass. Fine. Loosen.
They're all within 10 feet of each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to cast Lightning Arrow.
Yep.
At third level. On the one right in the middle there of the three of them.
That makes sense.
Dex save of 14.
How high is the roof in this area?
Dex.
Would Axe be able to fly out of here?
There's the hole in the loading zone where you.
Yeah, where you came through.
Oh, but more like, can he fly out of the water if he really wanted to?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's enough room there. Okay, so what do we get? 9, 7, 12, and a 10. What was the saving?
14. They all
failed.
But that's okay. So that's a 28 to hit, which means the
Fair.
bloke that I targeted, he takes the full 4d8.
Yep.
Which is 19 points of damage.
He was obliterated by the lightning. Electrified.
Oh, so
And the other three, because they all failed their dex saves and they're within 10 feet of him, they take 2d8 lightning damage as well. which means they all take 5 points of damage.
Damage.
Am I impacted?
Okay. Killed another one of them.
Cool. So, and that was just a bonus action.
Yep.
Electricity and water. Next one.
But I'm resistant to electricity, so I'm fine. Well, I'm raging, so it's hard.
So I'm going to, because I've still got my 2 shots that I can take. I'm going to take 1 on each, basically.
Yep. One in front first.
Yep. So that's 24 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. He takes 4 points of damage.
He's not looking too healthy.
I'll get to cast the spell.
And the one behind, that's
There'll be another
27 to
chance to
hit.
get
Hits.
And he takes 10 points of damage.
That's done. Okay. All done?
Yep.
All
That's
done.
it.
I'll do it. There's still a couple of zombies up, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? Let's cast Spike Growth on that top section.
Yep.
So, just to read it out, it's an action. The ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprats into hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. So it goes.
Okay.
All the debris kind of like arrange themselves in a really hazardous way.
Yep.
I then cast Eldritch Blast on the first one in front. Is
Into the spikes.
he looking really badly damaged?
The one in front is, yes.
So I might hit the other one then.
One behind, yep.
So that's an 18 to hit.
Hits.
So need to do some damage. That's 11 from the Eldritch Blast, force damage.
Yep.
Then there's the 2d, is it 2d6?
Spike damage.
Yep. Just got to figure out how many feet of movement he moves. Can you remember the push of Eldritch Blast? Is that 10 or 5? Hang on.
It was 5. But
Might be.
What, 5? Let's see.
We're playing 10 feet. So
10
that's
feet.
10 feet. So that's 46 is his move backwards.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do the extra 4 damage. So that's not counting the spikes, 15 damage.
He's dead. Impaled on the spikes.
And then I will Eldritch Blast on the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 15 hit.
15 hits.
Same treatment. The push I can do multiple for each hit.
Yep.
So pushing him back for
10 feet.
14 damage plus 2d6.
Yep.
If he's still up.
Still up.
That's the 14. So that's then 18 plus the 2d6 for the crusher, and then it would be an extra 5 because I've got the crusher feat, so that when he's got the bludgeoning damage from the genie, I can then push him another 5. So that's a total of 64, I think it is. Yeah.
Yep, he's dead.
You just see 2 blasts, and there's just minced meat
Everything.
all over that section. The debris is just covered in stuff. It's
so the thing is
Okay. End combat.
is that spider
I'm
still,
gonna
maybe?
go up to where I saw the chest
Does
and
the spike go stay there? or is it like-
The spike is still there while I'm concentrating. You would want to fly if you're.
So why don't I fly and get the chest?
okay, yeah, go.
So I will fly and grab the chest with my talent, or open the chest with my talents, depending on.
Alright.
Where is it?
Get exploded.
If there's a creature inside, that's why I'm not drop the spikes.
Yeah.
I can drop the spikes if it's convenient.
What's mimic?
Exactly.
Doesn't look like there's another level to the ship, so I don't go too far down.
You seen the
Where is
trailer
it?
for Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Oh, they got a trailer, have they?
Yeah.
Have a look at that.
What's your job? I'm the planner. So after the planning, what do you do? Make new plans. So you make new plans for bad plans you originally made.
Yes, you realise it's heavier than you expected. You need a strength check to lift it up.
Yeah, that's fine. I get advantage. And I'm proficient in that copy, so yeah. 19 plus 5 is 20. So
Pick it up. Roll for initiative.
for the chest
Okay.
We'll find out in a second.
is the chest.
Oh, it was blocking a hole or something. And the water's now gushing.
So you're still concentrating though.
Did you move
so-
it?
Yeah, on the spike.
No, I didn't move in the last round. I didn't get to do anything in the last round.
Oh, really?
I know.
Everything got locked out before.
It's alright. I didn't get to the
11
spike check
for me.
otherwise.
11.
It's okay. We can kill this.
Listen, yep. What did Axe get?
22.
22. That's everyone. Chorus at 4.
Sweet boys.
No, I'm 20.
20?
10.
Yep, that's in there. That's all right. Sweet Boys 27?
Yep.
That's in there. Good. Okay, so here's where the fun starts.
The appetizer, was it?
Yeah.
Am I still raging? What's the
No.
time between?
Sure. It usually ends with combat.
Yeah, no, I didn't hurt myself, so yes, I say that as well.
Swarms of spiders scramble across the walls and decks in a panic, assembling into even larger masses. The ship creaks and lifts more severely as something assaults it from the outside. Timbers snapping and water pouring through the widening cracks in the hull. Within moments, you can see the octopus's arms snaking through breaches in the hull, grasping for anything they can wrap around. From that point on, yes, we're in initiative. Our movement is tricky as the ship rocks back and forth. But everywhere going forward is difficult terrain, no matter whether you've got swim speed or whatever, because everything's moving. Yep. Okay.
Just adding a pink box there just to remind that that part of the ship is spiky.
Spiky.
And all the spiders from that side of the ship would have been shredded. Because they were moving through spike growth.
Yes, true.
There's a rush to get out of here as quickly as possible now.
So the metal treasure chest is bulky and hard to handle. Whoever's carrying it needs to do a strength check every time it comes to them, whoever's holding onto it.
Okay.
Can I hold on to the chest as well to give that person advantage?
Absolutely, you can. So depending on what you guys roll, so there's different rules for this. The higher you roll, the less speed penalty you have.
So, or you guys just holding a handle each.
Yeah.
Weapon in one hand, handle in each.
And the character with a higher initiative does not move on their turn and uses an action to assist the carrier. On the second carrier's turn, both characters can move the box a distance equal to the lower of their two speeds. So whatever you roll in your strength roll, that's what you move, the lowest one. If you are separated for more than 5 feet, you are both knocked prone and you drop the box. So that's the basic rules of the chess. There is other rules as we go on, but this is round 1. So the tentacles are thrashing around, flailing about. Okay, let's move. So Sweet Boy is up first. What are you doing?
It's probably
Do we see any tentacles around at all?
Oh yes, you see them flying about.
Okay. So what's our
They're getting hurt by the spikes up that top section? Are they moving or?
They're not really noticing it much.
Drop
I
the
think we
concentration.
should get the hell out of here. Can I turn Cautious head? So get up, let's go. And then I'll just fire the bow at the nearest tentacle.
Yeah, give us a roll.
Uh, 19 to hit.
Hits.
9 plus whatever, 25 total.
Excellent. Okay, you see the arm, that tactical withdraw. The one you hit. Okay.
Sorry, can you just repeat the chest rules? So I can just get that.
Yeah. Character with a higher initiative does not move on their turn and uses an action to assist the other carrier. On the second character's turn, both characters have moved the box a distance equal to the lower of their 2 speeds.
Okay.
If 2 of the characters are separated by 5 feet, if one or more are both knocked prone, both of them drop the box. The size of the box prevents more than 2 characters from trying to carry it at the same time. Depending on your roll, depends on the speed penalty. 18 or higher, negative 10 feet. 12 to 17 is negative 20. 8 to 11 is negative 30. 7 or lower, you cannot move. Okay, Axe first, and you're by yourself at the moment.
So I've got the box. My first strength roll was.
Just picking it up.
So have I? What am I currently doing?
You're holding onto the box with both hands, basically.
Okay. I'm moving by myself.
Yep.
As far as I can.
Exactly.
So
So
you'd be
just
yelling
need a
at
strength
me
roll.
to say, drop the spikes.
Drop the spikes.
So I drop the spikes.
So I'm moving as far as I can with the box by myself in my first turn.
Excellent. Say strength roll.
Uh, 17.
So 17 is a negative 20 feet to your normal moving speed, but it is difficult terrain, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, okay. So my.
Even if flying?
No, you're flying. I'm assuming you'll be fine, actually. So
Yeah, so-
you're flying.
Can I fly?
Yep.
So no difficult terrain.
No difficult terrain.
So that means that I get 60 feet, thanks,
60 feet.
with the box.
How far do you fly?
60 feet.
But
Minus 20.
minus 20.
20. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay, it's
40.
40 feet.
And you can't use your action to dash? Or is your
Oh
action
yeah, can I use my action to dash? Or is my...
Sure can.
So it would be, 60, it would be 120 feet minus 20
to
feet.
100 feet?
So I'll go 100 feet, thank you sir, with the box.
So he's on the roof.
70, 75, 80.
He's back on that rowboat, already heading to the other ship.
Pretty much. Okay,
Arakocra are crazy.
okay, that was unexpected.
So, because I have I normally you have a 50 foot movement speed, but because I've got this Storm Barbarian feat, I get an extra 10 feet of movement.
And then when you dash,
And then you get a dash, so it's an extra 20 feet of movement, so that negates the whole minus 20
yeah.
movement arrangement.
Hang on. Did you, how long does haste last? Because didn't you get haste?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's gone.
That's
That,
hearing
that would have been awesome.
that would have been very fast.
So
yes.
I'll just flown and
I would-
feet
I
in the
would-
box.
Last pop boy.
Alright, give us a dex saving throw, please.
I have. Is this based on effects that you can see?
Yes.
I get advantage. Nat 20.
Yeah. You dodged a tentacle that was coming out to hit you.
Poor Starsz is like, my poor challenge.
That is ridiculous. Just roll dice there.
Either or you've just doomed the rest of it.
Alright.
Run as quickly as you can, my friends. Run away.
Made it onto the second level, so basically the ship is now listing 30 degrees to port. At the start of the next person's turn, everyone makes a dexterity saving throw, please.
So another dexterity saving.
Everyone, yeah. You did not see this coming.
I didn't see this one coming.
13.
Ooh,
Wait a minute.
Boat just tilted suddenly.
I did throw 1, but got a +9. But what's my thing with Dex?
19.
19's a pass.
Oh,
13.
is 10 a
21.
pass?
13, 21's a pass.
10 a pass?
10?
Well, I threw a 1 +9.
10's a pass. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Everyone passed? Okay.
Dash.
Okay, so basically, every single turn now, you have to roll a dexterity saving throw because it's shifting violently from side to side, this ship. Okay, who was next? Chorus. Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay, 5.
That's a fail. You are fallen prone.
Actually, I got initiative.
Oh, yes! Perfect time to use that!
Make that 18.
Nice.
18. Okay, you're fine.
That is good. That is perfect. Clutch move.
Because I would have gone down with you.
Double whammy.
Yeah.
And then getting up would have been half your movement, and then moving. You can't
Yeah,
get
you
disadvantage.
basically wouldn't
Chorus is moving.
Yeah.
Dashing,
Dashing.
try and catch
How
up
far
with
we
the
got?
box.
How far is your movement speed? In water.
In water.
So, but you said it was difficult terrain. So doesn't that you can't get like double difficult terrain?
No.
So it's just if he's dashing, it's just
normal speed.
It's normal speed.
Yep.
Okay. So what's your normal speed?
30 foot.
30 feet. There we are. You're over here.
This where Speed Boy stabs him and just jumps.
Yeah.
I think for the lift.
Save myself.
With the scorpion and the.
It's just in my nature.
Okay. Houston.
Run loosen.
Dex saving throw, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah, easy money, 19.
You're fine.
So I've got a walking speed of 30, so that gets taken down to 15.
Over your dashing as well.
But then yeah, dash, so it takes it back up to 30.
Yep.
Now, are there any other tentacles around?
Yes. You see them writhing in and out all the time.
So I
I
think
don't know whether I should.
the dex saving throw that you did was to get hit by the tentacle. Is that right?
Actually, the boat's listing side to side
Oh.
now as well.
Run, buddy.
Yeah, screw it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to cast lightning arrow again at the tentacles.
Okay.
Why not? So it needs to. Oh, hang on a second. I've got to see if it hits. If it hits, then he takes 4 damage. Yes, he will. 28 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, so he takes the 4 damage,
Are you moving or?
which is 24 lightning damage.
Okay. You see the tentacle withdraw when you hit it?
I think he's the bonus action. So he's still doing his normal action.
And that's my bonus action.
Yep.
So I've used my action to dash, and that lightning arrow is my bonus action.
Okay. 30 feet. Alright. Who's next? Old Tort.
I'll to it.
Dexterity saving throw.
Bonus.
Dexterity saving throws of. Oh, sorry, guns is for checks, not for saving throws.
Yeah.
That's less. Ooh. That's 3. What can I do?
Just that's
Because that's. Sure. Do much to that. Tired. Surprised I don't have anything. Yeah, I guess I am. Hang on, I thought I could use.
Can you fly?
Huh? I
You
can
fly?
fly, yeah.
So
But
that would
that's
be-
at the start of my turn, you were saying, so yeah.
Yep.
I guess I get hit by the tentacle.
Oh, you don't get hit by a tentacle. You're just not prone from all the movement of the ship at the moment. So,
Not prone. Okay.
you're falling prone, and you slide 10 feet backwards
Okay.
towards the rear of the ship.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to, using my bonus action, activate my flight again, so the steam starts firing out of his back.
Yep.
And he's then gonna use his 30-foot movement and a dash action to move 60 foot down, flying over the debris and everything.
60 gets you right to the trapdoor. Okay.
That's good save.
Go back to the top with Sweet Boy, but before that happens, area 12. Oh shit. Okay, the hole in the lower section where currently 1, 2, 3, 4 of you are is crushed, and water is filling the area rapidly now.
Stairs at least.
Yeah. I mean, you were pretty far back, so that was
Yeah.
pretty...
Basically, there is little to no air left in there now. Keep in
I'm
mind
going
that.
to use my retro ability to hold my breath.
Yeah, Sweet Boy. You've
Okay.
now got minimal air.
Okay, so I'll use my I need to use my hop. So introduce. Okay, so rabbit hop. As a bonus action, you can jump 20 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. You can only use this trait if your speed is greater than 0. You can use it 4 times and regain all expended rest. Okay, so I shall use one and hop over to the.
Basically hopping off Corvus.
Yeah,
Pushing Corvus under.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then we'll jump over to the rope.
Yep.
And then go up
Excellent.
to as far as I can go. So
So that was 20 feet.
Yep.
And 15, that's 20 feet to get to there. You're at the top of the
yeah, okay.
ladder.
Hang on a second. One for me. Sorry. One of my features is land stride. Moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra movement, and you can also pass through non-magical plants without being slow climb. So I get my full movement, I think.
Can't see why not.
Should use that. Yeah, see where that makes sense.
30. So another 30.
I
Get you up to there.
so yeah, I get 30 and 30 with my dash.
Done. You're not in the water.
Sorry, did you say that it's 15 feet up the climb?
No, it's 5 feet, roughly.
So
From where you were, so 5, 10 feet.
So 20 is my normal bonus.
Oh, that was the jump was 20. Then
Yeah.
you got your normal 20.
Yeah.
So
I could have jumped pretty much to the top of the stairs.
Yep.
And then I've got my full.
and you got your full axe. Basically where axe is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I jump on Max's back.
Axe.
Sorry, I've just noticed the orc is not making any aggressive.
No, he's playing the ship.
Playing the ship as well. Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Hopefully it's just
Dex.
the dex first. Okay. I think I've got it because I've got the box. I've got a lot of.
I didn't throw a dex before.
Oh, you didn't either. You should do that.
So again, this is an effect that I can see or can't see.
Wait.
Can't see.
You're fine. Can't see.
On the sheet. Found a bug in D20. Yeah.
11.
11 to pass. You're fine.
Young.
Now do I have to roll something with your box?
Strength check.
Okay. 16.
16 is negative 20 feet penalty.
Okay, but I'm flying. So I'm
You still got negative 20, so it's 100 feet.
So it's -20 is my fly speed is 60, so I'll dash is 120, -20 is 100 feet. But I'm just, can I, I don't know what the trigger effects are for rooms. So I don't want to get so far ahead of everyone that.
You're basically at the edge of the ship. Like, you're looking out, well, still flying.
Well, as soon as I'm on the bow, I just float off the. Like, as soon as I'm on here,
Yep.
I just be 10 feet above the water
Yeah,
and I just stop.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm just going to tell you what you can see before you go anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So you can see the tentacles are basically all over the ship, pretty
Yep.
much wrapping it up. About 150 feet away into the ocean is the two dwarves on the rowboat. They've
Yep.
moved away from the ship.
Yep.
And 500 feet away is your ship, basically. The, what's my call it? Can't remember what its name is. Yeah.
Right.
So if you want to continue on,
No, I will stay on top of the ship,
yeah, just off the ship though.
just above the ship,
Okay.
where I'm not likely to drop the chest into the water.
But also not get shaken by the.
Yeah, like,
Makes sense.
so I'm in a safe position, so I don't have to do that dexterity check every single time.
Okay. Okay, the dwarves actually see you and have started rowing towards you.
That's cool. I'm gonna wait for it.
Okay. Horus. Dexterity saving throw.
18.
Plus, you're fine. And you're swimming. You're underwater. You're breathing. You're good.
Yeah,
You're in your element down there.
Dash, maximum movement, 60 feet. Get out of it.
There you go. Anything else? Where's Ryan?
Will do.
Loosen.
So where's the water? At top of the stairs?
Basically, it's filled the lower deck, the cargo hold. It's now full. And it's lapping and filling up rapidly where you are now. You've got about foot water where you are now.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Because I'm on the stairs.
You're on the stairs. Oh, there, yeah. Okay, it's at your head height, basically.
15 for my deck save.
15's good. Good. No, you'll be under the water.
So I get,
Yeah, you're under the
I
water.
get the full 60.
60?
Yeah. So, yeah, make my full 60.
30.
Just need to get up. That's
60.
That's my normal 30 plus my dash.
Alright, you're basically back on the main deck.
Cool.
What? 11.
Who's down the bottom? Oh,
Alt, yeah, and Alt's turn.
Yeah, I've got fly speed, but I'm under the water by 5 feet.
Yep.
So am I able to use the fly speed getting out of that?
No. You're underwater.
Yeah, so what's the swimming rules to get up to 5 foot to get out of the water?
It's just difficult terrain.
Okay, yeah.
If you can't
So
swim,
that's
have you got swimming speed?
I do not.
Oh, the turtle doesn't.
No,
have-
it doesn't. It has a yeah, it's really weird. It doesn't have a swim speed, but it has a hold breath ability.
There you go.
So yes, I use the 5 foot, 10 feet of movement to get out.
Yep.
Dashing, and then I'm, you're gonna keep hitting it.
60 feet.
Yeah, 60 feet. So that was 10 of it.
There.
So I have 50 left. So yeah.
Yep, that should get you to there. Pretty sure. Good. Okay, so now.
And can I use my telepathy to move Sweet Boy 5 feet forward in the direction?
Okay.
As a bonus action, you can try to telepathically shove one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. When you do so, the target must succeed on a strength saving throw. Blah blah blah. Will be moved 5 feet towards you. The creature can willingly fail the save.
I'm fine.
So I move you 5 foot
Thank you.
in a positive direction, just because I
The
don't
rock
want you
of
to
the
get.
ship or something. You don't quite understand
Why
what it
not? That works for me.
Okay, so area 11 is now half full of water, pretty much covering Sweet Boy.
Do we just leave the bunny behind?
Drowning bunnies.
And it's now Sweet Boy's turn.
Right. So
Damn it! No, we can't.
how do I? So I'm half. Okay. So I jump again.
Yep.
So that gets me 10 feet if it's halved, right?
Yep.
Gets me up.
And then dash, buddy.
Oh,
And then
dexterity saving throw?
What's that?
Dexterity saving.
Yes. It's versus Dex. 19.
That's half.
And then so I jump again. So sorry, jump there. So that's 10. So it's 10 feet, and then
Yep.
dash. Dash as far as I can.
30 feet.
Dash would be so we're rocking, right? So it's
Difficult terrain.
yeah,
It'll be
so
half.
30.
30. Yeah, that's 30. Okay. Axe.
Dex save first.
Aren't you on the air?
Oh no, I'm in the air, so do I need to do a dex save?
Yes, because the tentacles are flying about up here, so yes. But you do see this one coming, I suppose?
So I can get advantage. Cocked on its rolls. So I'm going to
Sorry, I just realised if I just take dash action as my bonus, so it gives me another 10 feet.
Another 10 feet.
So instead of taking the hop, that's more for an attack.
Okay. Yeah, you get more out of it.
Yeah.
Dash.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So
So it's 19.
19's fine. You would dodge the tentacle.
So where is the rowboat and where is everyone else?
Okay, the rowboat.
It's interesting that, like, if I was to come and help you, I think that would actually just slow you down.
A minute, yeah. I mean, I am a barbarian, so I've got like plus my strength is 20 at the minute. So I'm even with the minus, I'm doing pretty well. Unless of course I get to a position where I drop chest. That is my biggest fear. But I'm gonna fail that dexterity saving throw.
They're not far away. 10, 20 feet, actually. Actually, really close.
Okay. So I've got the chest. So I need to do a strength saving throw for
Yep.
the chest. Six plus 5 is 11.
11 is a negative 30 feet.
So on my fly speed of 120.
You're on 90 now. Yep.
So negative 30. Sorry, is an action to drop the chest?
Dropping it would be a bonus action. Picking up would be action.
So 30 feet away the rowboat is.
Yep.
Fly the chest to the rowboat,
Okay.
which is 30 feet away.
Yep.
Drop the chest.
Yep.
How much movement do I have left?
70? 60. 60 feet.
60 feet.
Yes, it's
I'm going to come back to the boat to the 60 feet.
And then you got 30 feet left. Go back where you are.
To where I am. It's still 30 feet.
Yep.
I will hold, no, just 30 feet. 10 feet.
Well, technically, you haven't used your action yet, and you just moved the 60 feet.
No, because I had the chest. So
That was an
No, but
action
you,
moving
you
up.
used your bonus action to drop the chest, and you've moved 60 feet, so you haven't used your action yet.
So how much movement do I still have?
So you've still got 30 feet of movement.
Yep.
And you still haven't. That's if you use your action. Is that right?
Sounds right. Yep.
I'm just gonna fly 10 feet back towards the boat, and I'm just gonna leave it there, and then I can provide assistance in the next turn to whoever the stragglers are
Okay.
to move the final feet. So
Okay, so
to get into the boat.
the boat is actually rolling over now and is capsizing.
The little boat or the big
The
boat?
big bird. Area 1, you're in Area 1, is thrown. Everyone in Area 1 is thrown into the sea. Sweet Boy, Axe is still flying, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Sweet Boy's in the water. Lucian is in the water.
Reaction
Petrel's
by
in the
grab
water.
his Axe's feet? Or talons?
It's not your turn. You try a bonus action on your turn as you're falling. But, basically, you guys are getting thrown over the side of the ship. Chorus is underwater, and Old Tort is underwater.
So we're going to have to swim out.
Underwater.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're
I'm sort of fine.
Okay.
Because I've had a breath, so my timer's reset to an hour.
Oh,
Spit
okay.
it out.
You just swim.
I can swim like a normal person. It's just I just can't swim fast.
Swim
What's this normal swim speed?
So he's got a 30-foot speed, so that's halved to 15.
All right.
It's not terrible, but
There'll be a lot of like spatial reasoning in the next part. Because
yeah,
I've got a swim speed as well, which is ridiculous.
yeah.
Which is actually pretty damn good. It's 40 feet swim speed.
Whoa! How'd you get the swim speed?
My barbarian trait is like aura of the sea.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've got a fly speed, a walk speed, and a swim speed, and because I'm a barbarian, I get plus 10 on my. So I'm
You're like a
fast.
sea eagle.
So it's just like an albatross. Just imagine.
yeah.
I can breathe underwater, so my
Standing.
Wow.
Okay. So Chorus, your turn.
Well, I'm amphibious, so I'm going to.
We'll need a dexterity saving throw. As the tentacles are all over this room, they're actually trying to attack you. So, the tentacle hits for once. What actually happens?
I really should read my stuff. I haven't done a reckless attack at all.
15 bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
But you can still try and get away.
So my normal movement, 30 foot out the door.
Yeah.
Am I still underwater on the deck here?
Yeah, this site, it's basically this ship's like that now, so.
Well then I'll dash to try and join
So up to
other
the
people. Yeah.
Excellent. Pretty much floated to the top from there. Loosen, floating in the water. The rowboat has pulled up beside you guys now.
Alright, well, I'll use my movement to get into the rowboat.
Okay, in the rowboat.
And then put a hand out to anybody who wants to use it, so that way I can help them up into the rowboat.
Excellent. Okay, Old Tort.
I'm going to use my action to dash.
Dexterity, so.
I have dexterity. Yep.
Do I still need to make a dex save even though I was in the water?
No, you're fine where you were.
Sorry.
15.
15 is a pass, you're fine.
Can I just make a dex save just to see if, as the ship was capsizing, I was able to run up the deck to the side and then swan dive off?
Sure.
Cinematic.
It's graceful, but you can still land where you were.
I'm imagining big explosion behind me as I swan dive off the capsizing boat.
No.
Yeah, there wasn't anything combustible there. It was explosions. There was explosions.
I'm lightning arrow somewhere. 21 is my next save.
Yeah, you did that with style.
Beautiful.
The
So
Russian judge gives him a it gives him a 9.5.
Old Torts basically used his action to dash and I guess uses bonus action to push in the last 5 feet to the surface. How underwater is the deck?
Excellent.
Yep. So yeah, using the telekinetic to just push in that last little bit, pushing himself with his mage hand
Out.
out of the water.
Okay. That is... Everyone is off the ship. Axe is still flying above the ship. But yeah.
So I'm just a little bit above the water. So he's pushed himself using his own mage hand
How to get... Oi!
out of the water.
Let's tack some dice. Okay, so end combat. What's the plan? You're all just floating in the water. You got one person in the boat, rowboat.
Yeah.
So Axe will dive down towards Sweet Boy, talons out.
Yep.
Grapple him out and put him in the boat.
Is that a grapple? Is it strength or what sort of grapple? It's a nice grapple.
It's probably like pulling out of the water, so it's still like.
There's punching wounds.
But the intention is not necessarily.
Okay.
And
There's
every
also some psychological damage there. I'm thinking of like this hawk-like figure trying to pull this bunny out of the water.
Yeah.
in every 6 seconds, Old Tort is helping Lucian into the boat by moving him 5 feet back towards the boat. I'm assuming it's somewhere in the middle there.
I'm already in the boat.
Oh, you're already in the boat. Okay.
I've got my hand out helping other people if they want any help getting into the boat. Then let's get them into the boat.
Well,
Yeah, using that to help get
It's
people.
flying if necessary, or you're swimming, so you're
Yeah,
fine.
Is the orc in the boat?
If I can, I will.
Yeah, where's the orc? Where's the spider?
Orc's in the boat.
Orc's in the boat. Is the spider dead or just?
The spider's just not in this,
Face down.
not in this phase. His face.
Yeah, the spider pieced out. Spider apparated out.
Okay.
So when we're in the boat, how far away is the octopus?
This rowboat is about 20 feet away from you at the moment. 30 feet.
So the dwarves haven't started rowing.
Oh yeah. As soon as you guys got in, they started rowing straight away. Yeah. Heading back to your ship.
So can I toss my javelin of lightning back at it just to
Absolutely.
piss me off?
Roll.
Let's just hope it doesn't
Cause it to
Right.
start
Yeah.
attacking. You've done the damage threshold.
19 hits.
Should have waved with the Eldritch
So
Blast.
that's 8 of normal damage. 9 lightning damage.
Excellent. You do see it stutter a bit, then it continues devouring the ship. Okay. Slowly taking it under the surface.
Can I push it? Use Eldritch Blast to try and push it off the boat? Because it hasn't got a maximum size that you can push something.
Oh, really? It's gargantuan.
Look up the
Interesting.
not grasp, but the other one.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it with the
Leave
boat.
it.
Yeah. It's got its toy. Let's not
Okay.
provoke it to lose its
Push the
toy.
boat.
Alright.
Push the rowboat a bit closer.
Heading back to the
other
main
one.
ship.
I can push a creature, but I can't push a vehicle. Yeah. But because it's a creature, I could push the gargantuan creature, which I think is silly.
Yeah. That's pretty hectic. Keep
Add-
gargantuan.
Adeline's about 50 feet above the rowboat, just looking back, making sure that everything's all good. Just to
What was that?
Just looking back to make
Oh,
sure
the
that
cover.
everything's like the octopus or whatever, the gargantuan creature isn't going to be coming after us.
Okay. Which it's not. So.
Yeah.
Does not follow you. Make it all the way back to your ship. You get on board and they turn around and head back to port.
Should we be worried about dwarves now? Oh, can we open up the bloody chest?
Yeah.
No, you cannot. You can definitely try, but it is magically locked.
I'm gonna knock
Yeah, there is no visible lock that you can see.
Does anybody have dispel magic?
I've got dispel magic.
Ooh.
You definitely try,
Let's go.
but it has no effect.
Do we have it overnight on the boat?
When did you arrive there? In the morning. You get back before probably dinner time.
So
You mean
No,
back
we
back
had-
in port
we
or back
had a
on the
short
boat?
rest.
Back in port.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No sleeping.
we had a
no.
short rest at least.
What are you
Yes,
going
you
to
can have a short
try
rest. You have a long rest. It's about 8 hours to get back. So,
This is looking at ceiling.
to
Steps.
step?
so you get back.
Right,
You hand over.
If
the
it
vessel.
if it takes 8 hours to get back, can we technically take a long rest?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Sweet.
So you pull into port,
Down 25 points.
head to the mansion, hand over the chest, finish your quest.
What's the name again? Or
Ulbrich. Oh, where is he? Wolgar Wind Rune.
There was nothing on the boat that we got.
Other than the rubies.
No. There was the rubies. So
We know about the
10
rubies.
rubies.
100 gold pieces each they're worth.
There was 6 rubies, I think.
No, there was 10. I remember hearing 10.
I say to her, "Hey, look, well, after we've been given the gold, well, I'm Aldrich. I'm for it.
Yep.
I'm for it. And then I say, I have a business proposition to you.
Oh, really?
Yes. Perhaps you can all wait outside. I wish to discuss this in private.
You're going to kill him. steal the chest.
Huh?
Is there any? Does he
It's a
open up?
heavy chest. I can't do that.
Does he open up the chest in front of us, or?
No, he has not yet.
So we just get our cash.
Hands over 10,000 gold pieces in a big chest to you.
So we each take 2.
I think that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yep. No, we'll take 2. I say to him, I have a business proposition.
So, oh, really?
Yes.
What is that? I am a businessman.
And I bring out a scroll from my. And I go, I'd like to discuss this in private. And I'll give you the rubies when I've finished here.
Let's do the rubies now.
I want the ruby.
Yeah.
Give us.
Okay, I'll give you a ruby. I'll give you 2 rubies each. I don't care.
Okay.
2 rubies.
I'll call it a day and I'll leave, but I'll overhear whatever the hell's going on here because I think it's going to be funny.
I let him. No one else in the room, just the 2 of us.
Ulbrich's still there.
Yeah. That's when I'll break in myself.
No, Ulbrich is the half-orc.
He's the bodyguard guy.
The
But-
guy that collected us from the tavern.
Okay, sorry.
He's staying in the room.
Okay, what's the
The guy you're talking to, Wolgar.
Wolga? Okay. So I say, Wolga. Just have you read this, please? And say something about a contract for his life. And as he's reading that, I will pierce his rapier to the throat.
Okay.
So he's reading it like that, and I'll just put it straight
Through. Okay. Ulbrich doesn't do anything. He's like, my master's dead, and he sort of grunts and walks off.
Do you know how to open that chest?
No.
And I'm like, yeah.
Right, we'll call it there, I think.
Yeah.
That's good.
What was supposed to be in the box?
As he said, ledges, basically, and what else was it? Ledges and
But your hit the whole time was on.
deed, the properties.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, what do you got? What do you all think?
It's good. It's quick.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the orc and the face fight. Was there anything else that he could have done?
Not really,
with
no.
that?
No.
It's pretty much it.
So his full story was that he was on a raiding party,
Yep.
second wave, got
Yep.
stuck.
That was basically it.
Dragged out.
Mm.
That was his bedroom.
But he was chaotic evil. He had that shrine was his. He worshipped Lolith. So
Lolith being
Spider Queen.
So
So what does he do now that we've rescued him?
and taken him to port.
Just trying to find his way back to his island, I'm assuming.
Would he have tried to kill us if we'd hung around a little bit
And killed more spiders?
No, not really.
Okay. Man, that was. It helps.
Basically looking for a way off, and you guys came, and it's like, I can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that we could have like found or
Not really. I had to cut one main battle.
what was
That was on the way. It was meant to happen while you're on the way there. Meant to be boarded and probably killed in your sleeps, but that didn't happen.
Oh wow,
But
that would have changed things up a little bit.
I would have taken an extra half an hour, 40 minutes, so I did
Yeah.
cut that, so would have gone.
Yeah.
Well, we would have been okay with it because the longbow of warning actually
Yeah.
wakes me up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even when I'm sleeping, it wakes me up. So that way, I'm always ready to go, and everybody within 30 feet of me.
Very handy. But yeah, in other words, you probably wouldn't have died then.
I wonder if that would have worked through the demi-plane of the bottled respite. That's where old Tort had gone, because his patron is a genie, so he went into his little bottle,
Ah.
Oh, is that
Oh,
your
anyway.
little thing? Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
which would have been useful if we had gotten attacked by those whatevers, because they would have seen an empty bed
Yeah.
with a tiny
It-
little
it-
turtle, because he's a big turtle that can go inside a shell.
Yeah.
Or he can, by flavor, I'm flavoring his little bottle to be a tiny little turtle statue that he climbs inside. So it's basically like he goes into the tiny shell.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like
Yeah,
a
all
ring.
it says is you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. So I don't know if it works
Yeah,
on
definitely
another
would.
plane or whatever, but
What
cool.
was it just on pirates?
No, different race entirely.
I feel like could have done one more.
Yeah, we probably could have
Yeah,
done
yeah.
it still.
Yeah.
It seemed
One
to
more
be.
coin.
Yeah, it seemed to. We got through that all relatively
Sargon?
easy until. I mean, at the end, that's when all kind of shit hit the fan. But
We were lucky with a lot of those saves as well.
Mhm.
I mean, my fly
Yeah.
speed kind of got that.
True.
shit out
Yeah,
there.
that
A
should have been
lot.
more of a struggle to get it out.
Yeah.
So
well,
did the
because I wasn't hit once.
Yeah.
The whole game.
It should have slowed you down a bit more, but it is what it is. I think it
when I
worked
use
well.
that- when I use that second lightning strike, and then all of a sudden the water comes up to like everybody's like neck level and like I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, I should have used water breathing. Should have used water breathing. But luckily, I found that land strider feature, and I was like, oh.
No, but it was fun.
No, it was.
There was a way that I could have gotten past that, nat 1 on the dex check. I could
Yeah.
use the sorcery point, but it's an optional feature that beyond roll 20. Sorry, D&D Beyond doesn't add to your character sheet
No,
anymore.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's an optional feature and it just doesn't add it.
That's annoying.
There's a few little things like that D&D Beyond doesn't work. Like when I print out my character sheet for our other game, I don't get my proper spell allotment on D&D Beyond because I've multi-class, so it's meant to be something else, and I don't get my proper spell thing, so I have to do that manually. I was just like, it changed from the print to the D&D Beyond to the print.
And I know all of the backgrounds that give you a feat don't give it to you properly either.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Right.
They give you the spells, but just not.
Not the other. That was
Oh,
interesting.
cool. One thing I'm doing with the one-shot games, if you come and play another one-shot, you can actually carry over one of your items of your choice as well. So you'll have 2 items, depending on the level that you start at, of course. But if you take this item from this level 10 game to someone with a level 1 game, I'll allow it, sort of thing. So just
Yes.
keep that in mind. But
I-
run it by me first, what it is.
Lucky
But
stone.
Yeah, I want to
What
play
about the
around
gold?
with this character. too.
God, no.
Oh,
God doesn't
I
care.
like that initiative score was absolutely out of sight.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah. It's pretty. Yeah, I think it was only one round where I wasn't first.
Yeah, works well.
And it's really interesting the one shots though, because if that thing can mean that you get a lot of rolls and attacks and
Yeah.
doing a lot of things, while someone who has a lower initiative just sits there the whole game and is like, I didn't
get a
much
turn.
to do.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
kind of
I didn't mean
With the
to-
undead.
Yeah. But it's just the way that like you've got to hide.
Yeah.
So you're waiting to hit something because everything's dead before you get there.
Even more so for this one compared to because our campaign that we're playing, we start off at level 9, right? And that's the map up there actually. And
the same comment is that it's always much harder when you've got a whole lot of stuff to do, especially more so for one shot. Where you're like, oh shit, that's what I can do. Yeah, that's the only kind of well, not complaint, but just observation, I guess.
It's good for experimenting and things like that. So you won't grasp it all, but you didn't die, so.
I've got reckless for a barbarian. Like that's the core barbarian trait that you're meant to remember. Didn't remember it.
There was so many spells that I had. I'm like, oh, just in case. No. So like silvery barbs didn't come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
I thought there was going to be another like a fight with some like Triton race or something like that as we're trying to escape. I was like, there's going to be some other thing as we're trying to get off. Didn't really know, and then that's where I thought that your other spell was going to come in a little bit later.
That's the thing. The things that you didn't kill on the ship,
Yeah.
if you didn't kill them like before when you were working your way down, that you would have intercepted them on the way back up as well. But you killed everything on the way down. So
That would have
We
been
cleared the house going down. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
and they probably would have killed the dwarves on the rowboat as well and things like that. So trying to get to it. So
Actually,
but yeah,
when I used my divine sense, why didn't I divine that there was ghouls down the bottom?
how far away were you?
It's got a 60-foot range.
Yeah, you probably should have. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I try to look ahead, but no, I forgot there was ghouls.
Have inspiration for next one.
Came in handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did actually.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stop the recording there.